Chapter 1249. The three realms were shaken. At this moment, Heavenly King Zhen was stunned. He did not expect this to happen. Fang Ping suddenly shouted something like this in the middle of the battle. It was unbelievable. Even if everyone knew he was comforting the Chu Wu lineage and asking them not to interfere. But this lunatic Fang Ping might really go against the origins. Really? As long as the timing was right, he did not care about the orthodoxy. The martial king would not care either. Fang Ping. Fang Ping. One by one, the origin powerhouses were shocked. One by one, the origin powerhouses looked at Fang Ping. Their gazes were complicated, cold, and fearful. Fang Ping was still laughing wildly. He shouted, "Let me ask you, how many of the three realms' origins are on the side of humans and me? As long as there are enough, we will join forces with the Chu Wu lineage and destroy our enemies. The 9 sovereigns and 4 emperors are back. At most, we will fight. If we lose, we will die. I'm not afraid of death." As soon as he said that, the bandits of the chaotic Heavenly King suddenly went crazy. Someone laughed wildly. "No, I've fallen in love with King Ren. Ha ha ha, King Ren, I'm on your side. Kill the 9 sovereigns and 4 emperors and get their wives. King Ren is so domineering. I'm on your side. Do you want it?" Chaotic Heavenly King panicked. He shouted, "All of you, shut up. You're all from the kingdom of chaos now. Boss, follow King Ren. It's awesome." Someone shouted, "What are you afraid of? Fight if you're unhappy. Who cares about the Chu Wu lineage? 8,000 years ago, when the world changed, did the 9 sovereigns and 4 emperors think about us? The age of chaos, ha ha ha, the age of chaos. How many people died? How many brothers died?" At this moment, a bandit wailed. "Fight them. I've gone crazy after 2,000 years of chaos. My parents died, my brothers and sisters died, my whole family died. Scheming? Who the F***ck cares if I live or die? Boss, fight with King Ren." The bandits had their own story. 8,000 years ago, the world changed. Too many people died. 2,000 years of chaos. That was the Dark Age. How could they not go crazy? The upper echelons wouldn't die, and no one cared about the lower echelons. The middle echelons were the most pitiful, becoming everyone's pawns. In the chaotic era, the 72 kings were all forced out. Today, Fang Ping was going to overturn the chessboard. They were too excited. "Human sovereign, I'll fight you!" A saint roared angrily. "Overturn the 3 realms and kill all these chess players. I want to see who can still play chess. F***ck. F***ck. The bandits were excited. She was heartbroken. The little brother that he had brought out was actually going to run away. This was unreasonable. It was not easy for him to gather all his underlings. It was not for the sake of giving them to Fang Ping. Luan was very sad and anxious. She shouted, "What are you shouting for? Listen to me, I'll lead you." Did he not want to reverse the origin? "If you follow me, I'll rebel against the beginner origin martial artists and be the boss." Roar, roar, roar. It was crazy. This time, the bandits really went crazy. All of them were extremely excited. "Boss, do it." "Wait a moment, the boss is only at level 7. Can he really do it?" "Why don't we work together with the humans? Let's get rid of the others first, then the humans, and then we'll be the boss?" "Well done." Someone shouted, "Human sovereign, we'll team up with you first. If we win, our boss will fight you one-on-one. Whoever wins will be the boss. How about that?" Fang Ping laughed too. "Alright. Luan, let's do it together. Do you want to join us?" Luan grimaced. His position as the boss was at stake. This could not go on. He could not back down. Hearing that, he quickly said, "All right. That's a deal then." There was silence everywhere. The weapon master shouted coldly, "Luan, F***ck your grandpa." Luan scolded directly, "I have a grudge against Hong Yu. If you dare to help Hong Yu, you're going against me. Fong Ping, why don't we team up and kill him first? Having said that, he looked at Fong and shouted, why don't you wait first? After we kill him, I might die too. Then, I'll come back and kill you. Let's take advantage of you? Fong was speechless. What was wrong with this era? She did not understand. She thought she had plotted against the three realms. In the end, she met a group of people who did not play by the rules. What else was there to plot? The weapon master was the most powerful person after the 9 sovereigns and 4 emperors. Today, he was scolded again and again. His face was livid. No one took him seriously. What weapon master? What broken eight? They were scolding him. So what? Not only were they scolding him, but they also wanted to kill him. Not only did they want to kill him, they might actually be able to kill him. Because at this moment, Fong Ping shouted, Heavenly King subduing, it doesn't matter if you're going against the origin. How about we team up and kill this old thing? True, it doesn't matter if I want to work with you or not. Let's work together and kill this old thing first. You won't lose anything. A broken 8 and a lackey of the origin, a loyal lackey. Killing him will definitely be profitable. This is also the basis of our cooperation. 2 broken 8 will do. See Guardian, you guys do what you need to do. Working with Chua might not work now. Killing a weapon master won't be a big loss. Let me vent my anger too. How about that? The surroundings fell silent again. However, at this time, there was movement in the depths of the sea of sufferings. Heavenly Arm and an old man with silver-white hair came walking in the air. They broke through the passageway and broke heaven and earth. Heavenly Arm laughed. Sure. We can talk about the cooperation later. We will spare no effort to kill a weapon master. Even if one of us dies, it will be worth it. Everyone, if you don't interfere, today we will kill a weapon master. Fong Ping laughed crazily again. The weapon master's face turned green. He really wanted to kill him. Heavenly King subduing, 2 Chua with broken 8, plus Fong Ping and Luan, if Fong did not interfere. He suspected that he would really die. This was also a major prerequisite for both sides to cooperate. Just as Fong Ping said, killing him would not cause any loss for Chu. It was a sure win. Even if 1 broken 8 died, it would be worth it. One of the 3 messengers in the past. Killing a weapon master and a broken 8 powerhouse was worth it. The world had changed. The weapon master was really frustrated at this moment. He did not know what to say. Fong Ping sneered. Scram now. If you scram, I'll spare your worthless life. If you don't, I'll kill you. The weapon master's eyes were cold. He looked at Fong Ping and said in a low voice, Do you know that Origin Dao can rule the 3 realms for 30,000 years? Kill? Fong Ping gave up on the 5 saints and charged toward them. Heavenly King subduing, force him into level 6. You really want to kill him? The Heavenly King subduing was stunned. Nonsense. Old man, hurry up. Whose side are you on? The Heavenly King subduing was a little dazed. You want to kill a weapon master? I can't react in time. Are you fighting the catacombs, or these wandering Heavenly Kings? Very quickly, his expression changed slightly. Maybe Fong Ping did not come to fight the catacombs powerhouses this time. He came to eliminate these unstable factors. Luan wanted to cooperate with humans. The Sea Guardian was completely separated from the other forces. The Sky Chief was killed. Fong was definitely going against the humans. As for the Weapon Master, he was not sure. There was another uncertainty, and that was Moon Spirit. However, Moon Spirit was a little scared by Fong Ping. She probably would not dare to do anything to humans now. Instead, it was the Weapon Master who was the most unstable. Of course, there was still Celestial Polarity. However, with Celestial Polarity being scared by Fong Ping, he probably would not dare to be Fong Ping's enemy. After killing the Weapon Master, the situation of the 3 realms would be completely clear. Not only that, The Heavenly King subduing thought of Chu Wu again. This time, Fang Ping had given Chu Wu hope. Chu Wu would no longer be hostile to Fang Ping. At least, before dealing with Fang Ping, he would definitely consider whether he could rope Fang Ping in. Fang Ping had no position. At least, he had no position in the battle between Origin and Chu Wu. The Heavenly King subduing looked at Fang Ping with a complicated expression. This kid. Did he create this situation unintentionally, or on purpose? If he did, this kid was really scary. Did he have the time to calculate all this when he was cultivating? Even King Wu was not as good as him. Fang Ping toyed with people's hearts. He was really strong. It seemed like he was fighting the catacombs powerhouses, but in the end it became the division of the three realms forces. All forces suffered losses. Only the humans were getting stronger. Scary. The Heavenly King subduing suddenly felt a chill. When did this kid think that he was not a good person? Would it be like today, creating a situation where the three realms would kill him together? At this moment, the void was torn apart. Two powerhouses were about to arrive. Someone wanted to stop them. King Kun. At this moment, Fang Ping shouted, "If we don't stop them, that human is still from Origin. If we stop them, today will be the Chu Wu humans." King Kun's expression changed again. Should he stop them or not? Hong Yu shouted angrily, "Attack! Don't be threatened by him. Otherwise it will always be like this. The Weapon Master cannot die." They were talking about how the Weapon Master could not die. A broken 8 powerhouse was in danger now. The cultivators of the Chu Wu lineage were overjoyed. No rush. No rush to force the humans to join Chu Wu. As long as King Kun and the others did not interfere, they would take the opportunity to kill the Weapon Master today. This opportunity was too rare. Besides Fang Ping, it seemed like no one else could create such an opportunity again. Hong Yu shouted again, "Kunping, do you want to watch the Weapon Master be killed?" Fang Ping laughed. "Monster Emperor, the demons want to rise again. The three realms want to reshuffle. The Weapon Master is stubbornly loyal and stupid. You betrayed the Celestial Court. Will he let you go? How many years have you known each other? Don't you understand? If you kill him, the Origin will not be destroyed. Even if they suffer some losses, it will be Hong Yu and the others who suffer. That's just nice. It will give you time to develop. Why do you care so much?" As soon as he said that, the Sea Guardian seemed to have made up his mind. With a punch, he broke the 8th heaven and brought Hong Yu into 8th heaven, killing the Weapon Master. There were still many Origin powerhouses. Just as Fang Ping said, the Weapon Master was stubbornly loyal. If he betrayed the Celestial Court, that fellow might come looking for trouble. If he died, so be it. The Sea Guardian did not care and brought Hong Yu away. This way, the only one who had the right to interfere was King Kun. He was also at Broken 8. Fang Ping shouted again, "Heavenly King, if you don't want to kill your friend, you can go and stop King Kun and the 2 Chu Wu powerhouses. Let's kill the Weapon Master together. How about that?" "Alright." Sky Arm agreed readily. The Heavenly King's expression was complicated and bitter. He sighed. "This, forget it, I sigh, leave the divine sect to me. Do whatever you want." He left. Before he left, he blasted the Weapon Master to 6th heaven with a punch. At this moment, the 2 Chu Wu powerhouses arrived. Skyarm laughed. "Human King, kill him and we can talk about working together again." Human King, the Chu Wu lineage is willing to talk to the human race. The other powerhouse also spoke. At this time, he was being really polite. Rumble. A great battle broke out instantly. The 2 powerhouses really wanted to kill the Weapon Master. There was no doubt about it. This was a rare opportunity. Fang Ping chuckled and did not continue to interfere. He looked at the Weapon Master's frenzied outburst, the heavenly spear flashing. He grinned. "Old man, I hate people like you the most. It's all because of you bastards. Just like King Kun and Li Zhu, You're clearly the enemy of the human race. I'm not that angry yet, but you have to pretend to be strong. Heavenly Court is the orthodox, Hong Yu is the orthodox. Orthodox my a asterisk asterisk. I'll kill you and you can be the orthodox on the road to hell. Everyone was dumbfounded. In the blink of an eye, Fong Ping had tricked two Chu Wu supreme powerhouses to join the battle. But no one said anything. Even Hong Yu and Li Zhu did not speak at this moment. They were worried that Fong Ping would continue to go crazy and really bring the entire human race to join the Chu Wu lineage. Now it seemed like Fong Ping was also restraining himself, only letting the Chu Wu martial artists fight the weapon master. Fong Ping's control of speed was also shocking. This was the limit of what they could bear. Otherwise, the Sea Guardian and the others might fall out with Fong Ping. Fong Ping, on the other hand, said that he would only kill the weapon masters. Thinking about it, everyone felt a chill in their hearts. Only killing the weapon masters. Since when did Fong Ping have the confidence to kill the weapon masters? When he said he would kill the weapon masters, someone would be willing to help him. This was something that was impossible even in ancient times. Humph! A muffled grunt was heard. The weapon master broke through the endless void, his face pale. He was fighting 1 against 2. How could he be a match? At his peak, which was the day he killed the supreme powerhouses, he might have been able to do it. But today he could not. He had just awakened not long ago and had not recovered to his peak. Seeing this, Fong Ping sneered. You haven't even recovered your full strength, and you dare to jump out. The two of you are Chu Wu supreme powerhouses. If you want to kill him, you must take this opportunity. If you are not afraid of death, then fight him to the death. Don't think that you will die. Humans have fought until now because they dare. If you kill him, the Chu Wu lineage can more or less turn the tables. Heavenly Arm's arms were like jade. He laughed heartily. Don't worry, Human King. This is my first time working with a human king. The Chu Wu lineage will not let you look down on us. We, the Chu Wu powerhouses, are not afraid of death. Fong Ping believed this. The Chu Wu lineage fellows were quite scary. Previously, the 4 heavenly kings knew that they were going to die, but they still dared to fight to the death. Based on this, Fong Ping knew that this lineage was not to be trifled with. If it were not for the fact that there were no Chu Wu powerhouses who had proven themselves as emperors, they might not be afraid of the origin lineage. At this moment, vitality erupted from Heavenly Arm's arms, piercing through 8th heaven. He was incomparably crazy. Punch after punch, he bombarded the weapon master. Another mentality powerhouse was currently doing something that shocked Fong Ping. He transformed into heaven and earth in 8th heaven. He wanted to seal his origin. Once he succeeded in sealing the weapon master's origin, the weapon master would definitely die. Damn it, the weapon master went crazy. His hair was disheveled. Holding the divine spear, he was also crazy. He roared, Li Zhen, are you going to sit and watch me get killed? Hong Yu, Kunping. Damn it, seal. The weapon master was panicking. He was really panicking. His strength was not as good as before. Once his origin was sealed by this mentality powerhouse, he would be dead for sure. He would not even be able to run. Heavenly Arm's origin was sealed. Although breaking through to 8th heaven would weaken his origin, he had not reached that stage yet. Right now, his origin had increased by more than 3 times. Once it was sealed, he still had powerful combat strength. He might be comparable to the broken 6 heavenly kings, but against a physique powerhouse, it would be strange if he could not kill him. Seniors, let's finish this quickly. I'll go kill a few people and come back to help. Fong Ping laughed heartily and charged downwards. He had given up on the 5 saints just now to force the heavenly king subduing not to interfere. He was afraid that the heavenly king subduing would choose to interfere because they were good friends. If that happened, Fong Ping's previous plan would be in vain. That was why he came here personally to make his stance clear. He would not rest until he was dead. Why did he interfere blindly? Did he not know that he, Fang Ping, hated fence-sitters the most? When the weapon master first revived, he wanted to snatch his heavenly king's seal. He could not kill him. The battle was getting weirder and weirder. At this moment Li Zhu calmed down. Looking at the 5 saints who were about to escape, he said coldly, to break the stalemate, "Kill Fang." If he killed Fang Ping, the stalemate would be broken. Without Fang Ping, many powerhouses of the origins would not allow the humans to rely on Chu Wu. Sea Guardian, Chaos, Dragon Transformation, Lin Zi, so many powerhouses were actually roped in by Fang Ping. Even if King Wu was still alive, he would not be as dangerous as Fang Ping. If King Wu wanted to rely on Chu Wu, it would depend on the situation. He dared not make such a rash decision. Everything was in Fang Ping's hands. If Fang Ping died, the connection between the humans and Song Mao would be severed. Powerhouses like the Heavenly Hound would no longer be a backup for the humans to rely on Chu Wu. Absolutely not. Chu Wu wanted to kill Song Mao. Therefore, in the end, it was still Fang Ping. Fang Ping could not be bothered with him. He looked at the 5 saints below and said lightly, "The 2 under Sky Chief can leave now. Without the saint token, without the Heavenly King to back you up, staying here. Are you sure you want to die? If you're sure, I'll kill you later. Do you believe me?" The 2 of them looked at each other, gritted their teeth, and said in a low voice, "We want to bring the heavenly secret away. The heavily injured heavenly secret. Sure. Get lost." Without another word, the 2 of them gathered the heavenly secret and were about to leave. At this moment, Sky Sword was a little angry. He shouted, "You can't leave, Rumble!" With a loud bang, the 2 saints attacked him directly. One blow sent Sky Sword flying. The 2 of them quickly left with the heavenly secret, not even looking back. What a joke! The weapon master was about to be killed. Sky Chief was dead. Sky Yong was killed. Why would they stay? Wait for death? Did they really think that Fang Ping did not dare to kill them? Did they really think that they were idiots? If they were not trapped by Fang Ping just now, they would have escaped long ago. They would not have waited until now. Hee. Fang Ping chuckled and looked at the 3 saints. He did not know why he was laughing. The 3 saints' expressions kept changing. It was dangerous. But they could not leave. If they left, this battle would be completely lost. Who knew how many saints and even heavenly kings would die today? Because if they ran, Fang Ping would release his combat strength. At this moment, even Li Zhu sighed inaudibly. The situation was reversed. It was really reversed. Today, after so many arrangements and inviting so many powerhouses as reinforcements, even the divine sect was suppressed by Heavenly King's suppression. The 3 realms no longer had any reinforcements. On one side, the humans had suppressed all the enemies in the 3 realms. Fang Ping was terrifying. It was not his strength, it was his scheming, it was his unique charm. Even if they were enemies, Li Zhu had to admit Fang Ping's charm. He could make the humans die for him. He could make King Wu and the others submit. And he could also make some powerhouses in the 3 realms willingly fall into his trap. For example, Chu Wu. They knew that Fang Ping was scheming, but they were willing because Fang Ping created a great opportunity for them. Li Zhu sighed bitterly and murmured, "Who can reverse all of this?" The weapon master and the 3 saints were all going to die. Who could reverse it? Probably no more, right? King Wu chuckled. Awesome. Before, these people thought that they controlled everything. Now, the humans controlled everything. If they wanted to kill them, they would kill them. After killing the weapon master and the 3 saints, the catacombs better behave themselves. Otherwise, they would be beaten until they ate dirt. Below, Fang Ping laughed. Don't say that. Otherwise, I'm afraid the 9 sovereigns and 4 emperors will really come back and interfere. We have to keep a low profile. Li Zhu, don't be afraid. I'll kill the 3 of them and the weapon master. Then, I'll end the war. Am I good enough? Li Zhu snorted. He was about to say that he would not be able to kill the three saints so easily. After all, they were existences close to the heavenly king level. But in the next moment, he swallowed the words that were on the tip of his tongue. Song Mao. Yes, everyone had almost forgotten about Song Mao. At this moment, Song Mao suddenly pulled Celestial Sword's main body away. Above, the heaven confinement bell suddenly emitted a violent sound, shaking the void until it exploded. Celestial Sword's golden body exploded immediately. Yes, it was that simple. Fang Ping was still very far away from the three saints, but he destroyed Celestial Sword's golden body in the blink of an eye. Fang Ping laughed, grabbing the 8 saint tokens and the heavenly king's seal in the air directly into his hands. The god-slaying saber appeared in the void, slashing out countless times. Boom! The Tao collapsed. The 2 kings did not even have time to rescue. Celestial Sword's Tao was broken by Fang Ping's breakthrough into the main body. Fang Ping strolled in the void, laughing. Do the saints have the right to oppose me? Do they have the right to oppose me? Both of you, since you love each other so much, I'll send you on your way to love. Bastard! An angry roar was heard. Both of them spoke in unison. At this moment, the Tao that had been entangled in the air for a long time suddenly took a step forward. Rumble! In the source world, 2 large stars rose up, boiling. Li Zhu suddenly smiled. Success! The 2 kings had achieved Heavenly King Tao. This time there was still a fight. At this critical moment, the danger of their lives had also forced the 2 kings to achieve Tao. If they did not succeed, they would die without a doubt. If they succeeded, the 2 of them would definitely not lose to Fang Ping. At this moment, both of them stared at Fang Ping. They quickly transformed, revealing smiles. Smiles of luck. They would not die. Fang Ping could not help but laugh. He walked in the air, attracting all their attention. He laughed. I haven't completed my transformation. How can 2 newly promoted heavenly kings be my opponents? I think you'd better die. Fang Ping broke into the source and resisted Fang Ping with all his might. Beside him, the cat's mentality fluctuated. Tianji and Tianming had no choice but to resist this man and cat's joint attack. The cat's eyes suddenly widened. The 2 kings had no time to care about it. And at this moment, Tianming suddenly let out an extremely sharp roar. You, boom! Bang! The golden body exploded. Behind them, a figure fled quickly, his face pale. Soon, King Huai, who had escaped from this place, did not look back. He roared, Human King, I did it. You have to give me what you promised me. From now on, I have to wander the 3 realms. Ah! King Huai! At this moment, the world was stunned once again. Just now, King Huai suddenly unleashed the strength of a saint, ambushed Tianming, and destroyed his flesh. And at this time, Fang Ping had quickly arrived, cutting off the source and destroying his mentality. Heavenly King! That's good too, I can still see fireworks in the source after I die. You guys are proven heavenly kings, it's too much to my liking. I like killing heavenly kings. Fang Ping's black and white energy intertwined, grabbing Tianming's mentality, and said lightly, I've heard the names of the 2 kings for too long. Today, I'll kill you first, then send Tianji on his way to accompany you. Tianming's face was full of horror and resentment. At this moment, he did not care about Fang Ping. Suddenly, he laughed mournfully. King Huai. Huaying. I'll wait for you. He was ambushed by King Huai. Otherwise, it would not be so easy for Fang Ping to kill them. He could not accept it. A lifetime of anticipation, and today he had succeeded. He became a heavenly king, he was transforming, and he was ambushed by a nobody like King Huai, a fatal threat. Without Fang Ping, he was not afraid. Even if his golden body was destroyed, it was nothing, King Huai could not kill him. But now he could not accept it. He would rather die at Fang Ping's hands than at King Huai's. Don't wait, I'm afraid you can't wait. Fong Ping laughed. The black and white energy erupted, instantly obliterating his mentality. Tianji had long been scared out of his wits. He self-destructed a part of his mentality, broke free from the control of the cat, and fled frantically. Defeated. Completely defeated. Even if he had proven his Tao and become a heavenly king, he was still defeated. Tianming was killed, Sky Sword was killed, he was no match for Fong Ping. Rumble. The source universe trembled. A great star had just risen, and then it was destroyed, blasted apart. Another heavenly king had fallen. Sky Chief had just died, and now Tianming, the two top-notch saints, Sky Sword and Sky Yong, had also died tragically. In a short period of time, powerhouses who had dominated the three realms in the past had fallen just like that. At this moment, Hong Yu could not take it anymore. He roared, "Retreat! Everyone retreat, retreat to the restricted area. Retreat! Li Zhu, palm print, seal the restricted area with me, retreat!" Woo woo woo. Below, the catacombs sounded. Countless powerhouses retreated in defeat, the army fleeing. Retreat! Everyone retreat! Retreat to the restricted area. Madness, chaos, and defeat. Heavenly Sword was killed. Losing the Heavenly King's seal was already disappointing. Now that Tianming's Heavenly King was killed in an instant, everyone was even more disappointed. Retreat. Otherwise, they might all be wiped out today. On the other side, in eighth heaven, the weapon master's forlorn laughter was heard. Heaven and earth was about to be sealed. A powerhouse who had broken through 8 was exhausting his vitality to seal the origin. Soon, just a little more, his origin was in turmoil. Another moment, perhaps the three realms would erupt in a bloodbath. Breaking through 8, someone was going to die. Hong Yu and Li Zhu could not care less about him. At this moment, Hong Yu attacked with all his might, wanting to defeat the Sea Guardian and lead everyone back to Mount Royal Sea. He wanted to seal the entire restricted area and retreat to the catacombs. Defeated. The moment Fong Ping killed Tianming, the catacombs powerhouses knew that they had lost. No one could restrain Fong Ping. If they did not leave, all the saints would die. Retreat. Fong Ping walked in the air, holding the cat in one hand. He grinned. Didn't you want to unify the three realms and chase away the humans? Why retreat? Do you, Hong Yu and Li Zhu, not care about your reputation? Not care about your reputation? The cat repeated. Arrogant. The big fat cat lay on Fong Ping's palm, letting Fong Ping hold it. It said arrogantly, "Don't run, I'll stab all of you to death. How dare you bully a cat?" Arrogant. The cat was very pleased, feeling very good. Although the liar was not that strong, the liar had won a war that engulfed the three realms. P.S. Although I want to continue writing, it's too tiring. I've already written 20,000 words today, let's stop here. Chapter 1250. The experts of the new heavenly court wanted to retreat. Although Fong Ping was currently chasing after Tianji, he did not let the others go. Right now, Fong Ping was unrestrained. In a battle between two forces, a top-notch broken 6 heavenly king was unrestrained. One could imagine how great the impact would be. As Hong Yu retreated, he shouted, "Tianji, hold him back! Stall him for a while." At this level, a breaking 6 heavens King Kong would be able to deal a fatal blow to them. In front, Tianji's face was pale as he turned to look at Hong Yu. Hong Yu's expression was sorrowful as he continued shouting, "Hold him back for a while. Li Zhu, defeat them. Now retreat." If Tianji stopped Fong Ping, he might die. But now, he had no other choice. This time, they had invited the weapon master, Fong Tian Chief, the 4 sages, 2 sages of the human emperor's bloodline, and 4 celestial emperors beyond the sky. So many powerful cultivators had been invited to participate in the battle. They were full of confidence in this battle. But now? Defeated. Even though the two kings were heavenly kings, they were still defeated. The number of heavenly kings participating in the battle had already exceeded the number of fingers on both sides. Skyplant, keep Fang Ping busy! Li Zhu was also shouting. Energy exploded, killing Zhang Tao and the god-crafting envoy, causing them to continuously retreat, but at this time, Zhang Tao was also fighting with his life on the line, incomparably crazy. Kill! Zhang Tao was extremely excited. If they won this battle, the situation of humanity would be completely reversed. The catacombs would no longer suppress the human race. However, the catacombs' current losses were still too small. After all, Tian Kuei and the rest were external help. He wanted Fang Ping to kill a few more saints. On the other side, the Palm Imprint envoy was also going crazy. With the Myriad Worlds cauldron in his hand, he killed Lin Zi until she bled profusely. After all, Lin Zi had only broken sick. She had been using her palm imprint for more than 7 years. If she had not been suppressed by Li Zhu, she would not have been entangled by Lin Zi. At this moment, the Palm Seal envoy was also in a frenzy. He roared, "Heavenly Arm, how dare you kill a weapon master? The 3 realms are vast, but there is no place for you anymore." Ha ha! Heavenly Arm laughed loudly. At this moment, his arms erupted with power. With a loud roar, he shattered the weapon master's arm. He shouted angrily, "The Chu Wu lineage has always been struggling at death's door. After struggling at death's door for 30,000 years, so what if there's no place to stay? Koan Peng, are you going to help the wicked? Lin Zi, back off. Don't forget that you are the direct disciples of the Spirit Emperor." The experts were all roaring in anger. The cultivators of the Origin lineage were still fighting amongst themselves. This was the reason why the 2 cultivators of the Chu Wu lineage dared to surround and kill the weapon masters. If it was any other day, how many Origin breakthroughs would there be? Suppressing Ci, commanding weapon, suppressing Heavenly King, Hong Yu, King Kuan, God-crafting envoy, Feng, King Qian, Tian Chief, Li Zhu, Palm Seal, chaotic. The Origin lineage was extremely powerful. Over at the Celestial Cemetery there were still Tengu and a few others. This was the foundation of the Origin source bloodline's strength. In addition, the 9 sovereigns and 4 emperors had not fallen, and there were countless experts. There were many at the peak of the Chu Wu lineage, who had broken through 8, but too many had been killed over the years. There were not many breaking 8 cultivators alive. There were a few in the Tomb of Heaven, but outside the Tomb of Heaven, there were no more than 5 breaking 8 cultivators. How could they fight the source? The Origins had internal strife, but if they encountered a beginner marshal, if there was danger, the broken 8 would still join hands. But today, he was entangled. The Palm Imprint envoy roared, Li Zhu roared, and Hong Yu exploded. These people were risking their lives. Hong Yu roared again, "Feng, do your best to defeat chaos." Feng was a heavenly king who had broken through 8. Feng's gaze flickered. He was slightly stronger than chaotic. Even though he was injured, he was still slightly stronger than chaotic. But one had to know that chaotic was a lunatic. He would really fight to the death. The more dangerous it was, the more exciting it was. If he continued fighting with such a person, even if he managed to kill chaotic, he would be at a great disadvantage. Feng sighed in his heart, his voice echoing. Hong Yu, ask Moon Spirit to help once. Moon Spirit. Yes, the 3 known heavenly kings, Moon Spirit and Heaven's Fate, had yet to appear. As for King Kuan and the rest, the 3 heavenly kings were being held back by suppressing Heavenly King alone in the deep sea. Even if they defeated suppressing Heavenly King, it would be difficult for them to rush over. Moon Spirit might be able to make it. Moon Spirit, Hong Yu's expression changed. Suddenly, his voice echoed in all directions. Moon Spirit, help me once. Stop Fang Ping. Fang Ping chuckled and interrupted. You've already abandoned me for thousands of years, and you still have the cheek to ask? Senior Moon Spirit, don't forget our agreement. Also, Hong Yu is very ruthless. If you interfere now, you might be the one who dies. He would rather you die than his subordinate. If you don't give up on a man like him, do you still want to help him? Having said that, Fong Ping struck the sky gong. He laughed heartily. Heaven's fate, if Moon Spirit helps, help me stop her. If she doesn't, then forget it. I'll owe you a favor after this. If I don't die, the favor will still be useful, right? Hong Yu roared, Heaven's fate, how dare you interfere? Fong Ping's favor. You don't need it. West Palace. Heaven's fate heard it. The sky gong could be transmitted to the three realms. A powerhouse who had broken 8 could also shake the source universe for a moment. Even if he was very far away, he could still hear it. Hearing their conversation, Heaven's fate felt depressed. What did this have to do with him? You guys fight all you want. One dead is one less. Look, his ranking among the heavenly kings had risen by a few places in the blink of an eye. How great was that? Why did they have to drag him into this now? Heaven's fate pretended to be deaf and dumb. He did not reply, but he was weighing in his heart. What should he do? Hide? Hiding was not a bad idea. However, both of them had their eyes on him. If Moon Spirit really attacked, if he did not stop her, he would definitely offend Fong Ping and the rest. If he stopped her, he would definitely offend Hong Yu and the rest. What a dilemma! Moon Spirit, that be *tch, it's best if she doesn't attack. Heaven's fate was depressed. He really did not want to get involved in this. Deep in the Forbidden Sea, Yue looked at Moon Spirit with a complicated expression. She said softly, Junior sister, Hong Yu was Moon Spirit's partner. Now that Hong Yu's side was in danger, should Moon Spirit help, or sit back and do nothing? Moon Spirit said calmly, he won't die. Since he won't die, why should we care about him? Yue heaved a sigh of relief when she heard that. Moon Spirit turned around and took a look. She did not say anything, her expression still calm. At this moment, heaven and earth split open again. A great path collapsed like a blood vessel. Blood rained from the sky. A saint was dead. Fong Ping chased after Tianji, but he did not keep his eyes on him. At this moment, Fong Ping charged to the battlefield where Long Transformation was. The three great saints were restraining Long Transformation. The three great saints were barely restraining him. Now, Fong Ping and Nanmao were there. Nanmao's mentality was restraining and the origin was pulling. Fong Ping broke into the origin and slashed the great path. Among these three, 2 were heavenly king powerhouses. One was not a heavenly king, but his mentality was stronger than a heavenly king's. How could the great saints be a match for him if they joined forces? In the blink of an eye, one of the 3 great saints, Tiansu, was killed on the spot. No matter how fast he was, it was useless now. Run! Someone yelled, quickly retreating toward Hong Yu and the rest, escaping. The great saints were going crazy. Escape from the battlefield. Escape from Fifth Heaven. Otherwise, Fong Ping would defeat them one by one and kill them on the spot. Some great saints quickly converged with Tianji. Tianji was a heavenly king. Although he was not as powerful as Fong Ping, it would not be easy for Fong Ping to kill him. If they converged with Tianji, they still had a fighting chance. However, as these people escaped, some of them had their combat strength released. Long Huan laughed and met up with Fong Ping in an instant. The 2 great heavenly kings joined forces and swept across all directions. Another one died. Yue's expression became more and more complicated. Another great saint died. Since ancient times, there had not been more powerhouses who had died recently. As for the battle when the heavenly realm collapsed, they were almost finished at the same time. They did not see any changes in the sky. However, today, not just today. Just a few days ago, many great heavenly kings died in battle. It was the same today. The rain of blood never stopped. Moon Spirit said calmly, with so many casualties, someone will not be able to hold it in. The three realms is not that simple. The origin has suppressed beginner martial for many years. How can it be so simple? Fang Ping letting beginner martial fight is a help but also a disadvantage. Hong Yu impersonated the earthly sovereign back then. There are some secrets too. It is not that simple. Today you might be able to see more. You will understand the secrets of the three realms better. Many people want to see these secrets, including the great kings who are intercepting Hong Yu and the rest. Do you think they don't want to know? Yue Wei's expression changed slightly. King Kun, King Qian, and King Zhen worked together. The suppressing heavenly king did not unleash his full strength, but the three of them are still entangled with him? Do you really think that one of them can't get away? Yue Wei said softly, Junior sister, you mean, the three realms is a huge chessboard. Today, someone is not following the rules and wants to overturn the chessboard. Since the chessboard is set up, there will be people protecting it and correcting the rules. Those who do not follow the rules will not have a good ending. Yue Wei's expression changed completely. Then Fang Ping, Moon Spirit, looked into the distance and said lightly, Fang Ping is breaking the rules no matter what. You have to know that the few who broke the 8 dared not make a move easily. They have been hiding in the dark all these years because they don't want to break the rules and cause uncontrollable things. Fang Ping, let's see his luck. Yue Wei frowned. After a while, she said in a low voice, Then did Master leave a backup plan? The North Emperor was one of the 9 emperors. As for the Moon Spirit, she was an unexpected heavenly king. Back then, she was not a heavenly king either, and when the heaven realm collapsed, the Moon Spirit was only at the Emperor stage. No one knew if she was a saint or not. If the 9 emperors had set up this game of chess, how could they not have left behind any backup plans? The bloodline of the earthly sovereign had 2 sons and many sages. King Qian, King Sun, and King Zhen all had the shadow of an emperor behind them. It was the same for weapon-wielding and palm imprint. Even heavenly King Zhen had the shadows of some people behind him. What about the North Emperor's bloodline? Moon Spirit said lightly, Yes or no, is there a difference? Back then, my father didn't have many experts under him. The 3 emissaries and 8 kings weren't close to the Northern Palace either. Yue Wei was a little disappointed. Moon Spirit continued, Now, we don't know whether King Can and King Dui are dead or alive. If they come back to life, we don't know who they will stand on this side. Moon Spirit didn't intend to intervene and continued to speak. On the other side, Fang Ping killed a saint effortlessly and continued to hunt down the other saint. With a muffled sound, Fang Ping crushed a saint into pieces with one hand. He swung the god-slaying saber and slashed a thick dao. Another saint had fallen. At this point, including Tian Yong, 3 saints had fallen. There was also Tian Ming, who had proven his dao. Out of the 11 saints in the catacombs, only 7 saints were left. Tianji was still alive. On the side of the catacombs, the powerhouses were retreating. At this moment, a loud shout was heard. Old Man Li's sword pierced through Heavenly Demon King's head. Bang! The head exploded, and an enormous golden-winged rock fell. Old Man Li was panting, but he was laughing heartily. Success! He didn't need to slash Dao. With one slash, Heavenly Demon King was obliterated. He fought with 2 venerable emperors, Myriad Demon King and Heavenly Demon King. The others were held back by Saint Yulong. The mystic dragon was taken away directly. After fighting for a long time, the catacombs' powerhouses retreated one after another. He finally seized the opportunity and killed the Demon King who was guarding the palace, Heavenly Demon King. King! Many true god demons exclaimed. Compared to those unfamiliar saints, the death of Heavenly Demon King made them tremble. This was the overlord of one of the catacombs' 4 main palaces, the king who guarded the palaces. Now, he was dead too. The Life King was dead. The Heavenly Demon King was dead. Almost half of the demons had betrayed them. At this moment, The remaining demons were terrified. At this moment, a few demons who were fighting with the humans suddenly roared loudly, "We are willing to respect the demon emperor as our master. Humans, please let us live." The Sea Guardian was still working with the humans. At this moment, this was the only way to survive. The human powerhouses were hesitant. Fang Ping's voice was heard. "Someone is stained with human blood. I don't want to identify them one by one. If you want to leave now, kill the catacombs' true gods and exchange your life for theirs. What do you think, Demon Emperor?" The Sea Guardian's voice was indifferent. Okay. It was not that simple to pledge allegiance. The Sea Guardian also wanted these demons to draw a clear line between them and the catacombs. Only by killing the catacombs' powerhouses could they pledge allegiance to the demon court. As soon as he said that, more than 10 demons roared and charged toward the nearby catacombs' powerhouses. Survival! Survival! Fang Ping was not so easy to talk to. He did not say much about the first batch of demons that pledged allegiance to the demon court. However, at this time, the humans had the upper hand. There were still people who wanted to take the opportunity to save their lives. Of course, they had to pay the price. Kill! On the human side, Shun Haotian and the rest were excited. Crush the catacombs. Not all of the catacombs' 100 true gods participated in the battle previously. Some were guarding the 4 directions, and some chose to participate in the battle. However, there were more than 20 demons that pledged allegiance to the demon court. A few more were killed by the emperor level. At this moment, some of the true gods who did not have time to participate in the battle were now holed up in the restricted area, not daring to join the battle at all. Although the humans did not have as many absolute powerhouses as them, they were still completely suppressed. Rumble! True gods were dying constantly. An emperor-level powerhouse was killed. The Black Dragon was captured. The combat power was already unbalanced. Old Manly was killing Myriad Demon King until he kept retreating, trying to escape the restricted area. Sage Yulong was also overjoyed. He killed a few venerable emperors until they bled continuously. Victory! These people had long lost the will to fight and fled. At this moment, whoever ran slower might be killed on the spot. The sky fell and the earth cracked. The blood rain dyed the 3 realms blood red. These saints from Heavenly Wood were in a stalemate previously and did not participate in the battle. However, now they all erupted rapidly. They did not aim to kill the enemy, but they could still entangle the enemy. If they were entangled, these people might die. Rumble! The ground of the southern region collapsed. The mountains crumbled. Blood-red rain covered the entire southern region. Countless catacombs people trembled. Countless people died instantly from the aftershock. Crying and wailing were of no use. This was why the humans insisted on setting the battlefield in the catacombs and not the human world. Otherwise, who would have the time to protect the ordinary people when the battle started? Li Zhu was also in a frenzy at this moment. He fought a bloody battle and defeated Zhang Tao again. He roared, "Hong Yu, is the earthly emperor's avatar really annihilated? Do you want to watch the heavenly court collapse?" They could not get rid of these human powerhouses quickly. If this went on, all powerhouses below the Heavenly King level would be killed. Fang Ping in dragon form had already gotten rid of the saints. Right now, Fang Ping and dragon form had joined forces. Together with Fang Ping and dragon form, 3 saints were killed instantly when they encountered them. At this moment, Hong Yu looked at the sea envoy who was still entangled with him and roared, "Kunping, you bastards, how dare you!" Hong Yu was really angry. If the sea envoy had not been entangled with him, this would not have happened. At this moment, Hong Yu could not take it anymore. He took out a jade-colored seal and spat a mouthful of blood on it. Hong Yu murmured in a low voice, "The 3 realms are in chaos. The origin is in danger. The heavenly court is about to be destroyed. Emperor, please return." As soon as he finished speaking, the jade-colored seal broke through the void and disappeared instantly. At this moment, the sea envoy's expression changed slightly. It was not just the sea envoy. Fang Ping's expression changed too. Was the emperor really returning? Hong Yu ignored them. Blood continued to spurt from his mouth. His mentality continued to be depleted and his origin qi began to leak. It was as if he was controlling the jade seal to escape. At this moment, beside Fang Ping, dragon form suddenly muttered, "Liar, that little jade seal has rushed to the origin universe. It's flying so fast." Fang Ping's consciousness entered the origin world hurriedly. He appeared outside the origin world instantly and looked around. At this moment, he saw it too. A huge jade seal was rapidly traversing through the origin universe, flying toward the endless darkness. Fang Ping frowned. He snorted coldly and shouted angrily, "Kill! Even if the emperor returns, I will kill them all today. Killing one is worth it. Killing two is worth it. Kill." Hong Yu and the rest did not expect that. Fang Ping and the rest were not afraid. Instead, they were excited. So what if the emperor returns? They were going to die anyway. Why not die a little more heroically? Fang Ping roared. At this moment, the origin world descended into reality and trapped a saint. The heaven-confining bell vibrated. The god-slaying saber broke through the void. With a rumble, the other party's origin world was shattered. Die. Fang Ping's origin world collided. With a rumble, the saint's origin world was smashed into pieces. Fang Ping did not care about these saints anymore. He broke through the void and appeared in front of a few heavenly emperors in an instant. He threw a punch. 2 heavenly emperors did not have time to react and were smashed into pieces by his punch. Fang Ping's golden body could fight an emperor level, not to mention he had the origin enhancement. The emperor has arrived. The humans will take a bite out of him. The rest can leave. The emperor won't dare to kill all the powerhouses in the origin. Fang Ping roared and looked at 8th heaven again. There, the void was already in chaos, but he still could not kill the weapon master. At this moment, the origin universe was already shaking. The weapon master suddenly laughed out loud. His origin great Tao had almost been sealed, but now it was about to be unsealed. Someone was stirring the Tao in the depths of the origin, shaking the origin to help him break the seal. At this moment, Heavenly Arm looked helpless. Hong Yu and the rest breathed a sigh of relief. The weapon master was fine. He was fine. At this moment the origin was shaking. Perhaps soon, someone would arrive and kill these people. At this moment, the Breaking 8 powerhouse who had transformed into heaven and earth suddenly appeared in 8th heaven, no longer transforming into heaven and earth. He looked at Heavenly Arm with some regret, some disappointment and some despair. Someone was in the depths of the origin world, shaking the origin and breaking open his beginner martial world. Who could do it? Across the endless universe, shaking the origin, perhaps it was really the emperor. There was really a living emperor, and he had received Hong Yu's voice transmission. This person was extremely old, his face pale and bitter. Heavenly Arm. Beginner martial. Is this really the end? Heavenly Arm's expression was also ugly. He looked at the weapon master who had survived the disaster and was about to speak when the old Breaking 8 powerhouse suddenly laughed and said, "I was originally a mortal. In the past, there were endless natural and man-made disasters. My tribe was attacked by wild beasts, and the people in the tribe became delicious food for the wild beasts. That year, I heard that there was someone with extraordinary strength who could defeat the wild beasts, the natural and man-made disasters. I traveled all over the land, searching for powerhouses, but I had no luck to meet one. By chance, I broke the mystery of the human body, stepped into beginner martial, killed the wild beasts and monsters, rebuilt the tribe." Yuan Hua, Heavenly Arm shouted, a little sorrowful, but it was as if he had already expected it and made arrangements. Yuan Hua, who was beginner martial 8, chuckled and said, "Heavenly Arm, remember to help me take care of the people of the Yuan Hua continent. I am not satisfied. The weapon master's expression changed drastically, and he fled frantically. Flee? In the past, you led troops to suppress the three realms, and many beginner martial cultivators died at your hands. You are the weapon master of the celestial court, and you have fought in the three realms for countless years. Your hands are stained with the blood of beginner martial cultivators. Today I can kill you. I am already prepared. Yuan Hua chuckled, and his figure suddenly became extremely transparent. In the next moment, a transparent flame burned, burning the eighth heaven, burning heaven and earth, burning the world. Weapon Master, today you and I will die together. Ha ha ha. Rumble. The entire eighth heaven was engulfed in flames. The Weapon Master shouted angrily, and the heavenly spear shot toward Yuan Hua. At that moment, Heavenly Arm's arms exploded, and he grabbed the heavenly spear. Red blood spurted from his arms. Freeze! Heavenly Arm roared and roared. The Weapon Master must die. He was the commander-in-chief of the Celestial Court's three armies, and he had killed too many beginner martial cultivators back then. Before they came, they were prepared to kill him even if both of them died in battle. They did not have to pay such a price before, but now they would fight with their lives on the line. Explode! A clear shout resounded throughout the three realms. At that moment, the Weapon Master suddenly screamed. With a rumble, his head exploded and his source world appeared. Everyone saw a huge great Tao that traversed the eighth heaven. In the eighth heaven, an incredibly powerful spiritual energy exploded at the same time. A Peak 8 cultivator had self-detonated his spiritual energy and blasted the Weapon Master's source world out. Rumble! The source great Tao was wrapped in a ball of light, and it kept breaking. The Weapon Master roared and roared. The others were all stunned. A Peak 8 cultivator had self-detonated. Brother Yuan Hua, tears welled up in Heavenly Arm's eyes. He was not injured. Yuan Hua was a Peak 8 cultivator, and he still had control. He had good control of the beginner martial path to begin with. Yuan Hua, at that moment, Heavenly King subduing murmured. He knew Yuan Hua as well. He was Master's good friend, a mentality powerhouse, and one of the leaders of the beginner martial path. He had been defeated in the great battle and had not appeared in the three realms for a long time. He did not expect that this meeting would be an eternal one. Weapon Master, accompany Brother Yuan Hua to the afterlife. Heavenly Arm chuckled. In the next moment, he punched out, blasting directly into the broken Great Tao. At the end of the Great Tao, a door appeared. It was already open. Heavenly Arm laughed again. Vitality Gate? You still want to live? It's not that simple. Explode. At that moment, a pair of pure jade arms exploded with a rumble at the end of the Great Tao. Rumble. The source universe was shaking. One Peak 8 cultivator self-detonated, blasting open the passage to the source universe. The other Peak 8 cultivator self-detonated his strongest pair of jade arms. The power was also incomparably powerful. Fang Ping and the others could feel the Great Tao trembling. Some of the sages were dizzy. The Great Tao shook. There was a rumble. Everyone saw that in the source universe, an incomparably huge star exploded, and a broken gate was directly destroyed. The sigh shook the source universe. It came from the depths of the source universe. At that moment, the Weapon Master's apparition appeared in the source universe. It was incomparably huge, but it was burning rapidly. At that moment, the Three Realms Weapon Master did not feel too dissatisfied or disappointed. At that moment, he suddenly laughed. I didn't expect that I would only see everything now. I still want to see the Real Gate. In the next moment, the burning giant suddenly leaped and flew toward the depths of the universe. Its speed was incomparably fast, leaving a streak of light in the universe. After an unknown period of time, a hearty laugh was heard. I see. Rumble. A loud rumble once again resounded throughout the source universe. The ray of light in the depths of the universe disappeared instantly. The weapon master had fallen. The source universe of Peak 8 cultivator had fallen. Along with him, another martial beginner cultivator had fallen. The three realms fell silent. Completely silent. A battle prepared for only Emperor-level battles ended with 2 Peak 8 cultivators dying in battle, 1 Peak 7 cultivator dying in battle, and 1 Peak 6 cultivator dying in battle. The three realms today was destined to not be peaceful. Silence. The source universe was in turmoil. The three realms was in turmoil. The tremors continued. The heavens fell and the earth cracked. At that moment, in the sky, a blood vessel as thick as an artery exploded. Woo 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 sobs resounded throughout the three realms. Heaven and earth were crying. The weapon master of Peak 8 and Yuan Hua of Peak 8 were both dead. 2 powerhouses who had just awakened. One walked out from the martial beginner mainland, the other from the space battlefield. Neither stayed in this world for long. In the depths of the sea of misery. On a continent, countless people knelt and wept. Blood rain poured down, drenching everyone. The sobs suppressed the sound of the blood rain. One of the martial beginner leaders, Yuan Hua, had died in battle today. The heavens and earth wept for the weapon master. The martial beginner wept for Yuan Hua. So what if he was Peak 8? In the end, it was all for nothing. Chapter 12:51. Broken 8 was dead. 2 were dead. Powerhouses. In ancient times, in the Battle of Orthodoxies 30,000 years ago, a batch of powerhouses had died. Since then, only Tianquan had killed a powerhouse. After that, it was the battle in the heavenly realm. Today, in a situation where no one was an emperor, 2 powerhouses had died on the spot. Whimpering sounds spread between heaven and earth. The powerhouses were still in shock, but Fong Ping was laughing. His laughter was wild and arrogant. Well done. Since heaven and earth don't give us a way out, then we'll kill our way out. Beginner martial powerhouses, the emperor is coming. Do you dare to fight and kill all these old origin antiques? Fong Ping. A clear shout came. Sky-subduing king. Sky-subduing king's expression was solemn. Fong Ping could not see that far, but at this moment, he could still feel the sky-subduing king's seriousness. Fong Ping was really going to provoke the battle between origin and beginner martial. The death of a weapon master was already the limit. If he continued, Sea Guardian and the others would definitely stop him. They might even join forces against Fong Ping. Fong Ping was going to send the entire human race to their graves. Fong Ping bellowed, roaring, "Isn't the Emperor coming back? Didn't he, Hong Yu, ask the Emperor to return? What's there to be afraid of? What are you waiting for? If that's the case, then I'll kill until the heavens and earth turn upside down." Rumble. A loud explosion was heard. Fong Ping punched Maple King into pieces. He scolded, "You dog, I've been unhappy with you for a long time. How dare you join the battle?" Maple King was dead. This powerhouse who had been the enemy of humans for many years was smashed into pieces by Fong Ping's punch today. His mentality and origin were both obliterated. At this moment, Fong Ping was beyond crazy, laughing non-stop. He was burning his Tao. Black and white energy intertwined, giving birth to force. Fong Ping laughed. "Who cares if he's an emperor or not? Since he wants to kill me, then come. I'll kill a few before I die." Fong Ping, who had broken 6, was burning his Tao. At this moment, the two energies intertwined rapidly, giving birth to a new energy. The speed was extremely fast. Fong Ping's aura was also extremely powerful. Vaguely, the seventh heavens barrier was shaken by him, about to be destroyed. "Senior Sky Arm, what are you waiting for? Help me kill the saint." Fong Ping let out a furious roar. Heavenly Arm, who was heavily injured, suddenly came to his senses. He laughed out loud and grew both arms again, punching a hole through the void. The void shattered, and a broken figure fell out of it. It was the fleeing old woman, Tian Qiao. Sky Sword, Sky Gui, Sky Speed, Sky Qiao. These were the 4 of the 36 Saint Powerhouses who had fought Fang Ping and the others together that day. Now, the other 3 had already fallen. Only Tian Qiao was still alive. However, she was struck by a punch from a breaking 8 Ultimate Master, and her golden body was destroyed. At that moment, a dragon tail directly struck her golden body. Bang! The golden body exploded. Just as his spirit body appeared, Fang Ping's black and white force blasted through the air. With a bang, it exploded. He had fallen. Another of the 36 sages had died. In the fake heavenly grave, Tian Li and Tian Hui were killed by Fang Ping. Before that, he had killed Tian Yong and severely injured Tian Ji. In just a short period of time, 7 of the 36 ancient sages had died in battle. At this moment, Yuan Gang and the other saint from the human emperor's bloodline wanted to escape. They were completely terrified. Even if an emperor wanted to return, it would not be so soon. Were there emperors in the depths of the source universe? There should be. The Tao trembled just now, and the weapon master broke free. This was not something an ordinary person could do, not even a breaking 8 ultimate master. But why had the emperor not arrived yet? Before they arrived, they were already in danger of dying because Fang Ping had gone completely mad. Dragon transformation! Hong Yu growled. The emperor has returned, and you still want to help the evildoer? Dragon transformation chuckled. The emperor has returned? So what if it has returned? Who has returned? Beast Emperor? I am a descendant of his blood essence. He wants to kill me? God Emperor, I am his disciple. He wants to kill me? Spirit Emperor? It's good that Spirit Emperor is here. I'll kill all of you. Donghuang? Will Donghuang kill me? Dragon transformation laugh. So be it, unless your old man earthly emperor returns now. Dragon transformation was extremely domineering. He shouted, Hong Yu, what can you do to me? If the 9 emperors want to kill me, then let them. Among the 9 emperors, a few emperors were related to him. If these people returned, not only would he not die, but he would also receive help. At this moment, Shui's ox roared from afar. Lord Emperor Nan is my master. Why would he kill me? Idiot! Lin Hai said lightly, I am the disciple of the 4 emperors. The 4 emperors will not kill me when they return. Hong Yu was not the only one who had a backer. Which of the 9 emperors would return? No matter who it was, they would not dare to kill everyone here, especially the disciples of other emperors. They would not be killed so easily, unless the emperor behind them was really dead. The spirit, god, beast, and Emperor Nan emperors were all back. Their safety was guaranteed. Even if the 4 emperors returned, Lin Hai would not die. As for the others, since Hong Yu had summoned them, they might be the earthly emperor. But would the earthly emperor dare to kill them all? Hong Yu's expression changed slightly. His expression changed. Fang Ping laughed. His burning Tao had reached a peak. Right now, his combat strength had skyrocketed. The black and white energy merged, turning gold, then gray. This destructive force was being utilized by Fang Ping to the acme of perfection at this moment. The god-slaying saber was cracking. The broken god-slaying saber could not take it anymore. Big Cat, stop him! Fang Ping pointed at the 2 escaping powerhouses from the Emperor's bloodline. Cat's mentality erupted, suppressing the unknown saint in an instant. Fang Ping descended in an instant. The gray energy slapped his head directly. Kaboom! His golden body exploded. Even his mentality was blown to smithereens. Stop him! Fang Ping pointed at Yuan Gang. Yuan Gang roared, Human King, I have no intention to be your enemy. F*CKU. You've already joined the battle and you're still playing this game with me. Fang Ping laughed. I'll let you know what happens to those who meddle blindly. Whoever meddles will die. The white-robed Yuan Gang roared madly, self-detonating his mentality. The explosion made Cat's body tremble slightly. Cat was a little unhappy. He said pitifully, "Why did you explode me?" Yuan Gang was not in the mood to reply. "Why did I explode you? Don't use your mentality to suppress me." That day, Cat suppressed Fong Ping until he was slightly distracted. It was clear how strong his mentality was. Combined with Fong Ping's burning Tao, he was truly invincible. At this moment, even if the broken 6 heavenly kings were here, they might be killed by Fong Ping on the spot. Fong Ping brought Cat and broke through the air. Yuan Gang's mentality self-detonated again. His face was frighteningly pale. His eyes were dazed. Finally, he gritted his teeth. His golden body exploded with a rumble. A small piece of broken mentality escaped into the void and disappeared instantly. He was also a ruthless person. Seeing that he was no match for him, he self-detonated everything, leaving only a trace of his mentality to escape. If he wanted to restore a saint's combat strength, he might have to pay a huge price. Too many people died. From the Emperor's bloodline, 1 died and 1 was crippled. From the Sky Chief bloodline, 2 died and 1 was crippled. 2 escaped. From the Catacombs 11 saints, besides Tianji, there were only 4 left. The Viceroy was still alive. Qing Mo was still alive. Hai Yu was still alive. Fong Ping was not too familiar with the remaining one. It was the old saint who stopped Cat that day. The casualties were too heavy. Among the emperors, out of the 4 outer heavenly emperors, 3 were dead. Maple King died in battle. Mystic Dragon was subdued. Celestial Demon King died in battle. Myriad Demon King was also cornered by Old Manly. Another demon clan Venerable Emperor Jing Qi suddenly attacked. With a swing of his tail, the last outer heavenly emperor's golden body exploded. He roared, "Demon Emperor, Jing Qi is willing to honor Demon Emperor as..." Bang! Fong Ping descended in an instant and smashed his head with a punch. He said lightly, "Fish, Cat wants to eat. Have a full meal before you die. I won't give you a chance." There was silence everywhere. Cat kept the corpse happily and stared at Celestial Demon King's corpse. Birds could eat too. With a wave of his claws, Celestial Demon King's corpse was kept. Then, he stared at Myriad Demon King and said happily, "Big Dog used to eat its ancestors' snake soup. It's delicious. Then I'll kill him." No, Myriad Demon King was terrified. He roared, "Demon Emperor, I'm a dragon, a descendant of the Beast Emperor. Long Yu Sage, Dragon Transformation Heavenly King." He screamed mournfully. He was really a descendant of the Beast Emperor. Of course, he was not a direct descendant. There were many generations between them. However, he was really a descendant of the Beast Emperor. He was considered a relative of the Dragon Transformation Heavenly King. However, at this moment, who dared to stop the crazy Fong Ping? Fong Ping had ignited his Tao and had reached the point of insanity. At this time, even if the broken 6 heavenly kings joined in, he might be taken away by him. Myriad Demon King was very powerful, close to the Saint Realm. However, facing Cat and Fong Ping, he was still cut in half by Fong Ping's saber. At this moment, Heavenly Arm threw a punch at Tianji. However, this time, he failed. Hong Yu slapped him with a palm and blocked him. On the other side, Sea Guardian did not stop him. Fong Ping saw this and laughed. He said lightly, "Demon Emperor, it's not over yet, right?" A hint of helplessness appeared on Sea Guardian's cold face. He sighed softly. "Let's stop the battle. If we die again, the Origin Tao can't hold on anymore. Too many had died. Moreover, if he continued to block Hong Yu, the Source World was already in turmoil. Powerhouses might really arrive soon. If he continued to block Hong Yu and watch Tianji get killed, it would be very dangerous for him." Fong Ping licked his lips and looked at Hong Yu. He smiled. "All right, I won't kill then. Demon Emperor, the mission isn't over yet. Just help me look after him. I won't kill those saint emperors anymore. Senior Heavenly Arm, escape by yourself. Fang Ping looked at Heavenly Arm, then at Zhang Tao. He laughed. Old Zhang, are you afraid? At this moment, heaven and earth began to shake. The sky seemed to be completely torn apart. It seemed like a powerhouse was about to arrive from the source world. Zhang Tao was also bleeding. He kept flying backward from Li Zhu's attacks. Hearing this, he still smiled. Do you think I'll be afraid? That's good, Fang Ping smiled. You and I will work together. We'll risk our lives and kill Li Zhu. That should be enough. Li Zhu's expression changed. He turned and ran. Fang Ping and Zhang Tao wanted to kill him before they died and bring him along. Both of them were ruthless. Now that a powerhouse was about to arrive, why would he risk his life to fight these two lunatics? No one said a word. Hong Yu stopped attacking because the Sea Guardian stopped him again. Since it was not the Chu Wu clan, Fang Ping and King Wu who wanted to kill a broken seven at the last moment, he would fulfill their wish. Hong Yu's expression was gloomy. At this moment, the other experts no longer attacked. The humans were still chasing those true gods and venerable emperors. The armies were still fighting. The sky was falling and the earth was cracking. No one stopped. This was the real war of the humans. The other reinforcements were just holding the humans back. Even Luan stopped attacking. She hugged Fang Ping's leg and ignored Feng. Looking at Li Zhu, who was surrounded by Fang Ping and Zhang Tao, she curled her lips and said in a low voice, "Why did they have to provoke these lunatics? They're in trouble now." Even he thought the humans were lunatic. These human powerhouses were too crazy. Not only were they not afraid, but they were also eager to kill. They were afraid that they would kill one less person before they died. No one was going to sit and wait for death. Even if they died, they had to die worth it. All of them wanted to create the most value. Blood flowed like a river. Feng, don't get involved or else you might be the one to die later. Luan chatted casually like he was chatting with a friend. Look at you guys. You've driven these guys crazy. This is scarier than the chaotic era. There were only a few lunatics in the chaotic era. But this is tens, no, millions of lunatics. Luan shuddered. You guys are really good. You've driven so many people crazy. They're all ruthless. In the chaotic era, they could have become nobles. Feng ignored him. He looked at the three people in the sky, his gaze uncertain. He looked up at the sky again. Suddenly, he chuckled and sighed. I wonder who will return. After saying that, he sank to the bottom of the sea and disappeared instantly. No matter who returned, it would not be a good thing for him. He did not want to stay any longer. Zhang Tao, Fang Ping, you guys still want to continue fighting at this time? Li Zhu looked at them, his expression as cold as water. In the distance, Tianji was about to rush over when his dragon form appeared. He looked at him coldly and said nothing. Seeing this, Tianji heaved a sigh of relief, or for some other reason, he stopped and stopped moving. The other sages did the same. They did not dare to go near. Too many people had died. Of the 11 sages, there were only 5 left including Tianji. 6 powerhouses had died. Fang Ping tossed the cat aside and smiled. Go back. You're not needed here anymore. The cat meowed. It was also looking at the sky and said nervously, Liar. If it's a spirit emperor who returns, it's okay. I can convince her. Meow. Beast emperors are fine too, Fang Ping laughed. Don't mess around. Do I need you to plead for me? Fang Ping laughed heartily. His tone was domineering. I don't need anyone to plead for me. I don't need anyone to plead for me either. If they want to kill me, they're stronger than me. I'll admit it. But even if I die, I'll kill this bunch of old geezers. Kill! Fang Ping's Tao burned. The Saint Order and Heavenly King's seal appeared one after another, locking the void. Zhang Tao was also burning his golden body. In an instant, he exploded with strength close to break 7 and charged toward Li Zhu. Li Zhu's expression was solemn. He did not dare to be careless. Fang Ping and Zhang Tao both had strength close to break 7. They were desperate to kill him now. If they were not careful, all 3 of them would die. Bang! His golden body collided. Fang Ping was like a raging bull. The black and white energy turned into gray energy, covering his entire body. He collided with Li Zhu instantly. Li Zhu was bleeding. Fang Ping's golden body cracked. Zhang Tao was domineering. He stretched out his hands and grabbed Li Zhu's arms. Li Zhu was about to dodge when Zhang Tao's arms exploded. Li Zhu's expression changed. A barrier appeared in front of him. As soon as it appeared, Fang Ping's mentality exploded behind him, shaking the barrier. In the blink of an eye, Fang Ping broke into the origin. The origin world appeared, and he fought with Li Zhu in the origin world. Zhang Tao also charged into the origin world. He chuckled. Let's work together and destroy his origin. Even if we don't die, we'll cripple him. Li Zhu's expression was cold. The 2 lunatics did not care about anything now. They were determined to cripple him even if they could not kill him. He would be at a great disadvantage no matter what. At the same time, deep in the sea of bitterness, the beginner martial kings, including the sacred martial god, all looked at the leading middle-aged martial artist. His body was as smooth as jade. Underworld god, do we fight or not? Someone shouted in a low voice, his voice fierce. The original god is dead. It's not a loss. The weapon master is dead. Sky Arm is still here. The humans are not defeated yet. Why don't we seize the opportunity to attack and turn the world upside down? Underworld god, give the order. Underworld god, the battle of myriad Daos will continue. We are not dead yet. We still have the power to fight. In front of them, the middle-aged man looked up at the sky and murmured, someone is coming back. If we fight now, we will die. Underworld god. The middle-aged man raised his hand and interrupted the people behind him. He sighed. We can't fight anymore. Retreat. Retreat. We are alive not because beginner martial artists can defeat the 9 sovereigns and 4 emperors, but we are just pawns. Pawns must have the awareness of pawns. Now, someone has overturned the chessboard. I'm afraid the human kings will not escape death. But this game is not over yet. It's just the beginning. Keep waiting. Wait for the last moment. Underworld god. Someone was unwilling, roaring, are we going to wait like this until the last moment? The underworld god sighed again. Fellow Taoists, we have waited for 30,000 years. Do you want me to kill all of you now? Fist god and the others are still alive. If we want to fight, we have to wait for them to come back. It's okay if we don't attack. But if we attack, we will kill a sovereign. Isn't that great? As soon as he said that, someone gritted his teeth. Good. Then we will continue to wait. However, someone sighed. The human king is defeated. He is too impatient. If we wait a little longer, it won't be the case. The human king and the martial king are the chosen ones. It will be better if we wait a little longer. The underworld god said softly, the human king wants to break the chessboard, but he might not be defeated. At this moment, if a sovereign comes back, haha, the underworld god laughed mockingly. Then the plan will be broken. Everything will change. Actually, the human king is about to break the chessboard. The weapon master is dead. So many heavenly kings and saints are dead. I'm afraid the plan back then doesn't include this. The weapon master is dead, the demon emperor is dead, King Sun is dead, Tian Chief is dead. With so many powerhouses dead, some things may not be able to continue. The underworld god said a few words, then looked at the sky again. He said coldly, retreat, don't cross the sea of suffering. Those who should sleep, continue to sleep. Those who should go into seclusion, continue to go into seclusion. The war hasn't started yet. It's not time for us to go into battle yet. Heavenly Arm, Heavenly Arm has already attacked. If someone wants to kill him, he won't be able to escape. If he doesn't kill, he won't die. It's meaningless to retreat. Everyone was unwilling. Heavenly Arm might not be able to retreat. After crossing the sea of suffering and killing the weapon master, if a sovereign came, Heavenly Arm would not be spared. Just as everyone was talking. Southern region. The sound of killing had become hoarse. The Catacombs army had been completely defeated. The scattered warriors were now all over the southern region. Countless martial artists were killed. They abandoned their helmets and armor, no longer having the lofty aspirations they had before. This included some of the ancient armies. The Divine Court Army and the Heavenly Court Army were also being killed and fleeing in panic. The fighting spirit of the human army was surging. Martial kings and human kings led the way, fighting to the end. How could these people not fight? Killing intent gathered. Countless people died in battle, but countless people achieved breakthroughs. On the Catacombs side, even if they had more people and powerhouses than the humans, now that Hong Yu was entangled, Li Zhu was besieged, the saints had died in battle, and the heavenly kings had fallen, there was no fighting spirit left to speak of. They had lost. Whether the humans lived or died this time, the Catacombs had suffered heavy losses. At this moment, Fang Ping's voice was heard. Retreat. Retreat from the southern region and return to the human realm. Human king. No retreat. Thousands of people roared. No retreat. Listen to my order. Fang Ping roared. Retreat. Defend our last home. Whoever dares to force the humans, I will blow up the earth and make you and the humans become failures. As long as the humans are not destroyed, the earth will survive. Below, countless martial artists looked up at the sky. In the next moment, ranked 9 powerhouses roared with tears in their eyes, retreat, retreat from the catacombs. It was time to retreat. Otherwise, if Fang Ping and the rest died in battle, even if they did not destroy the humans, some powerhouses would not be able to escape death. If that happened, the humans would not have a chance to turn the tables. Out of the million-strong army, more than 100,000 people had died in battle. The remaining people were retreating toward the passageway. The paragons did not leave. They could not leave either. Whether they lived or died was different from those under the paragons. If the emperors descended and wanted to kill Fang Ping and the rest, the paragons would not be able to escape death. Those under the paragons might not be noticed. As the army retreated, Fang Ping and Zhang Tao became even crazier. At this moment, the sky was torn apart. At this moment, everyone seemed to see the origin universe. They saw an eye. Heaven's eye. The sky seemed to have opened its eyes. An eye swept across the 3 realms and observed all living beings. There was no strong pressure, only fear that came from the bottom of their hearts. It was really the Emperor. This battle had really lured the hidden Emperor out. Fang Ping and Zhang Tao smiled bitterly. They failed. They could not kill Li Zhu at this time. Li Zhu was very strong. He was already on the path of breaking 7. Even if the 2 of them fought with their lives, killing a breaking 7 was still difficult. The 2 of them looked at each other again. Their chi was turbulent. Li Zhu looked shocked. Self-destruct. The 2 of them had gone completely crazy. They wanted to kill him by self-destructing at the last moment. At this moment, when Fang Ping and Zhang Tao were preparing for the final attack, a voice suddenly came from the void. "It's not time yet," a soft voice echoed in all directions. In the next second, everyone saw a shocking scene. A hand appeared in the origin universe and slapped the giant eye. With a boom, the giant eye shattered, blood splattered everywhere. "Fight! How dare you hurt me? It's not time yet. Go back to where you came from." Boom! The origin universe trembled instantly. The light was blinding. In the blink of an eye, everything disappeared, vanished into thin air. Nothing existed anymore. In the sky, the eye disappeared too. Everyone was stunned by this scene. Fang Ping and Zhang Tao stopped self-destructing immediately. Then, Fang Ping was overjoyed. He roared, Kill all the catacombs guys." As he spoke, the sky cracked again. At this moment, a continent fell from the sky into the sea of bitterness. Rumble. A deafening roar sounded. "Stop fighting!" At this moment, powerhouses rose into the sky from the continent. Someone exclaimed, "King Can, King Dui, and the ancient 36 saints, 9 emperors first seat?" One powerhouse after another exclaimed. At this moment, more than 10 powerhouses rose into the sky from the continent. Almost all of them were heavenly kings. The person walking at the front was extremely young. He rose into the sky and said lightly, "It's time to stop the internal strife of the origin universe. We have maintained the 3 realms operation for 8,000 years. But now, the origin universe is bleeding, and the weapon masters have fallen. Fang Ping, Zhang Tao, you have sinned greatly. You colluded with Chu Wu." Fang Ping and Zhang Tao's expressions changed slightly. This was the group of people who maintained the balance of the 3 realms Lin Zi mentioned? There were powerhouses from all forces. No wonder they had not been revived. Maybe they did not die back then. Otherwise, how could there be so many heavenly kings? King Can and King Dui were still fine. Fang Ping heard some people whispering, including a few powerhouses from the ancient 36 saints. Some of them had proven their Tao and become a king. Some did not die. This was the backup left behind by the 9 emperors and 4 emperors. They were their direct descendants, the group of people who maintained the balance of the 3 realms. Today they were forced to come out. If they did not come out, the war would probably continue. Fang Ping licked his lips and looked at Zhang Tao, chuckling. "Did you hear that? You and I are both sinners." Zhang Tao nodded. "I heard it. Do I need you to repeat it? Are you going to kill us?" "It's possible." Some emperors made a move, but Do shattered the giant eye with one strike. However, they still threw this group of people out. Obviously, they did not want the 3 realms origin to continue fighting. More than 10 heavenly kings. There were ancient heavenly kings and later heavenly kings. The other 2 of the 8 heavenly kings were there. Vaguely, they should have the strength of 7 heavenly kings. Obviously, these people had improved in the past 8,000 years. As for the others, even if they were 6 heavenly kings, there were many of them. Their combat strength was also extremely strong. A few of the 9 emperors' chief disciples were among them. Including the bloodline of the West Emperor and the bloodline of the North Emperor, there were actually people among them. Fang Ping licked his lips and suddenly laughed. Interesting. Seems like the emperors still can't appear, and there are even restrictions on each other. You guys have come out. After so many years in the 3 realms, there should be many of you. On the faraway mainland, the leading young man looked at him coldly, his gaze piercing through heaven and earth. He said lightly, "Fang Ping, the balance between humans and the land realm has been maintained for many years. It's not that humans are strong. Even Li Zhen is restricted by others. Do you really think that humans are strong because of their strength? I thought that humans should know, but I didn't expect that you and Zhang Tao." Before he could finish, Fang Ping laughed. "Wait, let me ask you something. What's your name? A nobody doesn't deserve to talk to me." The young man frowned and said in a low voice, "I'm Ji Yun, the 3 realms patroller." "Patroller? What's that?" Fang Ping laughed. "Ji Yun. I've never heard of you." At this moment, someone said in a low voice, "The first seat of the emperor." Someone recognized him. Fang Ping nodded. No wonder they were not polite to him. They were from the emperor's bloodline. Fang Ping licked his lips again. Suddenly, he looked around at Hong Yu, at Li Zhu, and laughed wickedly. "We're fighting for our lives, but there are still people hiding behind us and watching the show. Everyone, what is this? Watching a monkey show? Even the death of Broken 8 is considered a monkey show? I say, there are so many heavenly kings. They're a powerful force. Why are we still fighting? Hong Yu, do you know them? Or are you actually one of them?" Hong Yu frowned slightly. Fong Ping laughed again. Interesting. Maybe I am. After all, you're the one who summoned them. If that's the case, actually we're the monkeys, and you and the others are just watching the monkey show? Hong Yu said nothing. In the next moment, Fong Ping roared, "We've been fighting for so many years. Do you think it's up to these bastards to command us? Don't care about those who are at beginner martial origin. If they're not happy, follow me and kill them." Fong Ping broke through the void, tearing it apart, heading straight for the mainland over there. Everyone was stunned. The first seat of the Emperor Ji Yun was also stunned. What was this? The Martial King also laughed strangely. Interesting. We humans love to kill third parties. If you're interested, let's do it together. Li Zhu, son of a bitch, I'm not going to kill you today. Are you going to kill them or not? Let's do it together. I'm going to do it. Luan laughed suddenly and dashed out instantly. Dragon was speechless. He sighed and could only follow. Fong Ping and the others would be sending themselves to their deaths if they went. Guardian C's eyes flickered. He smiled and said lightly, "King Human and Martial King killing people. I have to stop them." Having said that, he broke through the void and left. Fong, who had disappeared earlier, suddenly appeared and chuckled. "How many years has it been? I've long guessed that someone was hiding in the dark. So it's you juniors. I'll join in the fun too." On the other side, the Guardian Sea King snorted. "I knew it. Some people didn't die. There were a few people who unleashed their chi to threaten me. So it was you guys. I'll kill you guys." King Kun glanced at the people over there, his expression changing. He looked at Hong Yu again and suddenly snorted. "Is my father dead?" Having said that, he broke through the void and left. The group of heavenly kings who had just come out were all furious. At this moment, Sky Arm also chuckled. "Interesting. I want to see how this patrol is going to do his rounds too." A group of top-notch powerhouses had been fighting for many years. Who would be willing to stand up and be the arbiter? TSK. Idiot. West Palace. Sky pulled Sked and said quickly, "I don't know your eldest senior brother. This has nothing to do with me. Don't bother with them later." The first seat of Emperor West was also among them. However, Sky Pole could not be bothered. Idiot. Yes, there were many heavenly kings. There were also a few broken 7 existences. But a group of broken 8 existences were on a killing spree. 2 were dead. You want to be the arbiter? Why don't you see if you are qualified? A lunatic was taking the lead. Perfect timing. Everyone was on a killing spree. If the fight continued, both sides would perish. Now that you are here, it's good to have a punching bag. Arbiter, spokesperson of the sovereign? At this moment, Ji Yun and the others were stunned. No one would have thought that such a scene would happen. As representatives of the sovereign's will, they were powerful. A group of heavenly kings and many sages were here. But the moment they came out, not only did they not scare the other parties, but they enraged them. Kill them. Yes, this was the will of all parties. What arbiter? What inspector? Did the sovereign come out? Those who wanted to become sovereigns would not be afraid of the sovereign. They were just not as strong as the sovereign. So what if the sovereign was stronger? Since the Heaven Reverse Emperor said it was not the right time, then it was not the right time. They did not need to worry about it. The 3 universes were filled with lunatic. Ji Yun was stunned. The other inspectors were stunned as well. He was only targeting the 2 humans, but Li Zhu, the enemy of the human race, had come. Why? Was everything normal in the 3 universes? P.S. Over 8,000 chapters and there were only 2 chapters today. Also, I recommend a book by a big shot, Wu Ji's new book, Becoming Immortal with Gold. Just like Fong, he was invincible with gold. Chapter 1252. We are the 3 realms patrollers. Someone roared. The spokesperson of the Emperor, patrolling and monitoring the three realms on behalf of the heavens. The Emperor was not dead. How dare they? How dare they? Disbelief. If the Emperor was dead, it would be understandable. However, the Emperor was still here and had appeared just now. Were these people crazy? Ha ha ha. Fong Ping tore through the void and laughed. The three realms patrollers? Bullsh *T. The three realms have no laws, no heavens, no emperors. We have the final say in the three realms. Yes, the three realms were lawless. In troubled times, everyone was a madman, a fanatic. Who was not crazy? Even King Kuan, who had been despised by Fong Ping countless times, was not crazy? Li Zhu was not crazy? Wrong, they were all fanatics. If they were not crazy, who would dare to become an emperor? If they were not crazy, would the heavenly court and the divine sect dare to establish themselves? If they were not crazy, would the Sea Guardian dare to establish his own demon court and name himself the Demon Emperor? Did they not know that the Emperor was still alive? They knew. But they were gambling with their lives, gambling on the day the Emperor came out. They could also become emperors and fight the Emperor. If the Emperor successfully descended today, these people would all be extremely obedient. They still had the ability to judge the situation. The Emperor could not be defeated. But a group of broken 6 and 7 existences dared to monitor them? They dared to threaten them? So what if they killed them? If they could kill the Emperor, or if there was only one Emperor in the three realms, the Emperor had to be careful when he came out. There was no Emperor in the three realms. The sudden appearance of a group of heavenly kings disrupted everyone's plans. These people were the eyes and ears of the Emperor, and might summon the Emperor. They were not prepared for this. Plus, both sides fought and many powerhouses died in battle. Now that someone suddenly wanted to monitor them and be the arbiter, who would be afraid since Fong Ping had made his move? I'll send you to hell! Fong Ping punched through the air. The sky fell and the earth cracked. Ji Yun roared. He was a broken 7 existence. There was more than one person who had broken 7 here. King Can, King Dui, him, and another one. There were a total of 4 broken 7 powerhouses. This was their confidence and strength. Plus, they had the Emperor as their backing. With such strength, even if they encountered 2 or even 3 broken 8, they would still dare to fight. But could he fight today? Just as Fong Ping punched from a distance, Fong smiled faintly from behind and said, "Sovereign personages, you cannot kill a sovereign personage's follower." This was too much. In the three realms there are rules, laws, emperors, and heavens. At this moment, a ripple of source energy spread out. At this moment, the 7 or 8 sages in the air suddenly staggered, their expressions changing drastically. "Seal!" Ji Yun shouted angrily. "We are patrolling on behalf of the heavens, how dare you?" He was afraid. Seal. An invincible seal that sealed the source. Heavenly King Fong had suffered a few losses at Fong Ping's hands. He had suffered a huge loss at the hands of the Demon Emperor and was embarrassed in front of chaos. Could he seal the weak? If he was weak, the God Creation Envoy and the others would not be afraid of him. A Demon Emperor at the peak of the 7th level couldn't even seriously injure him with a desperate attack. In just a month or so, he came out of seclusion again. This was Seal. At this moment, Fong arrived in midair. He had regained the calmness he had on Sealed Sky Island, and a smile was on his face. This smile used to be so ridiculous. Fong Ping had foiled his plans time and time again, leaving him battered and exhausted. Today, he was showing off his skills. In the sky, the 7 or 8 sages' source was sealed in an instant. Each of their auras slid down, and they were incomparably terrified. A few heavenly kings who had broken 6 also struggled to resist, roaring repeatedly. The current Fong could not do anything to the 4 existences who had broken 7. When he was at his peak, he still had a high chance of sealing one of them. But not now. His injuries had not healed yet. In addition, the 4 of them were very powerful. Even if he was at his peak, he might not be able to defeat the four of them. But under the seventh level, who could stop him? Feng walked in midair. Fang Ping laughed loudly and said, Feng, you dare to stop me? In this 3 realms, I have the final say. Get lost. Feng smiled lightly and said, Human King, there's no need to fight and kill. This is the Emperor's envoy. The Emperor's envoy. Shit is indeed yellow. Fang Ping laughed loudly again. On the other side, Ji Yun and the others saw this and their expressions changed drastically again. Although they said that Fang Ping should not, in reality, it had instantly weakened their strength by more than half. There were a total of 18 powerhouses in the sky. 4 of them had broken 7, 6 of them had broken 6, and 8 of them were top-notch sages. This kind of strength was incomparably powerful. Not a single party could match up to them alone. But now they were in big trouble. Feng crippled the sages in an instant. A few heavenly kings who had broken 6 were resisting his seal, but Feng did not get close. He stood 10,000 meters away from them, talking cheerfully and wittily. Human King, I'm just advising you. You're not under me, so I can't control you. Ji Yun, you guys have a good talk with Human King. You, Ji Yun roared angrily. Feng was too shameless. But at this moment, Fang Ping's fist force had arrived. He was about to kill the powerhouses whose origins were sealed. Ji Yun roared angrily. A long sword appeared in his hand, and he attacked Fang Ping instantly. At this moment, Luan wielded the bone staff and hit the long sword away. She asked curiously, What material is this sword made of? Is it bone? No one is holding it. It's ownerless? I can even find a semi-divine weapon in the 3 realms. My luck is not bad. Luan stared at the longsword like an idiot. She hit the longsword again and again with her staff. The mentality attached to the longsword collapsed instantly. Luan grabbed the longsword and said excitedly, I found a treasure. A semi-divine weapon. My luck is good. Luan. Ji Yun was furious. Luan was also a top-notch powerhouse among the Broken 7. If he was not strong, he would not dare to be an enemy of the Broken 8. Now, Luan snatched his weapon and even pretended to find it. Damn it! Luan ignored him and continued to play with the longsword. She had found a treasure. Bastard! Behind Ji Yun, a middle-aged man wearing a crown scolded. As soon as he finished, Luan's expression changed drastically. You scolded me? Everyone was silent for a moment. You dare scold me? Luan roared angrily. I didn't do anything. You dare scold me? You provoke me? You bully me? How dare you? I didn't provoke anyone. You bully me. You're too much. Kill. Luan, who was like a curious baby earlier, was now ferocious and murderous. She charged forward directly. The middle-aged man was also furious. At this moment, Heavenly King Zhen smiled. King Can, long time no see. Come, let's have a chat. As soon as he finished speaking, he covered the sky with one hand. With a rumble, among the 4 broken 7 powerhouses, a young-looking powerhouse fell into the void and disappeared in the blink of an eye. Heavenly King Zhen laughed. That younger brother of mine had a good relationship with King Kansas. Before he died, he asked me to show King Can a good treasure. I will now teach King Can the art of killing an emperor. This is a treasure. As soon as he finished speaking, he disappeared along with King Can. Heavenly Arm, who had just arrived, looked at the last broken 7 and smiled. King Du, I long time no see. In the past, your master and I had a good relationship. I also have a treasure to teach you. As soon as he finished speaking, he punched the void and King Dui fell into the void. Heavenly Arm chuckled. Let's go. I will teach you a supreme battle technique and a set of divine weapons. After you come out of seclusion, you will definitely be able to kill 8. At this moment, Luan was already fighting with another broken 6. They broke the void and entered the void. 4 broken 7, in a blink of an eye, only Ji Yun was left. The few broken 6 powerhouses were still struggling, still resisting Seal. 6 broken 6 powerhouses could actually only struggle at this moment. Seal's advantage against powerhouses who were inferior to him was too great. However, Seal's complexion was also deathly pale. At this moment, he also had no strength to laugh anymore. The 6 heavenly kings could not be sealed just because he said so. However, there were still people arriving one after another. King Wu came, Li Zhu came, Dragon Transformation came, Lin Zi came, the Palm Seal Envoy came, the Sea-Suppressing Envoy came. Ji Yun's expression completely changed. He did not attack anymore and said in a low voice, "Everyone, this is the will of an emperor. We are only guarding on behalf of Sky Patrol. This time, the source's internal strife, we are also only obeying the emperor's orders." Before he finished speaking, the Sea-Suppressing Envoy rushed over and said coolly, "Where is the emperor? How many emperors, how many extreme Tao heavenly emperors are still alive?" The Sea-Suppressing Envoy's expression was ice-cold as he said coldly, "What?" As the Heavenly Court's Sea-Suppressing Envoy, one of the 3 envoys, can't this seat ask? At this moment, it said that it was the Sea-Suppressing Envoy. Ji Yun's expression was ugly, but he did not dare to get angry and said in a low voice, "Sea-Suppressing Envoy, we are also only obeying the Emperor's voice and have never seen the Emperor before. Trash, you actually haven't even seen the Emperor in 8,000 years, blindly following the Emperor just based on the voice. Who knows if someone is impersonating you?" Ji Yun's eyes flickered with anger. "Was that a voice? Didn't you all see it just now? It was really the Emperor. The Emperor is really alive. Could it be that even the Emperor can't suppress you guys anymore? This seat will bring you to check. See if you were possessed by evil spirits or not." The Sea-Suppressing Envoy said it in a dignified manner. The next moment, heaven and earth changed. Ji Yun was gone. Fang Ping's expression changed and he said angrily, "He's my target." Nobody paid attention to him. 4 breaking 7, 3 breaking 8 supreme powerhouses taking action, plus the chaos. It was virtually an all-round crushing, instantly separating the breaking 7 powerhouses. At this moment, those breaking 6 powerhouses who were still resisting the source being sealed roared angrily one after another, struggling violently. Some wanted to flee into the distance. Someone roared angrily, "You dare! We are patrollers, the Emperor's will. The Emperor is still alive. How dare they?" 4 breaking 7, 6 breaking 6. There were a total of 10 Heavenly King powerhouses. With this kind of strength, even if they encountered the 3 messengers and 8 kings of the past, they might not necessarily lose, they might even win. Back then, the 3 messengers might have broken 7, the 8 kings all broken 6. In fact, their strength was actually inferior to this group of people. The 3 realms patrollers were really too powerful, so powerful that they felt that with the Emperor behind them, who in the 3 realms would dare to disobey? Fang Ping could not be bothered with them, looking at Li Zhu, looking at old Zhang. Very soon, he humphed, "Forget it, leave those breaking 7 to them. Kill all these breaking 6. Coincidentally, this mainland has landed. It's not a small place, there are many treasures. Later, after killing them all, we'll search, maybe we'll find some treasures, or the secrets of becoming an emperor." Having said that, Fang Ping attacked instantly, smashing a sealed saint into pieces with one punch. Yes, it was too simple. The sealed origin saint's strength was only at the true god level. He did not even have the strength of an emperor. How could such a weakling be Fang Ping's opponent? The reason why Fang Ping killed him with one punch was because he saw that this guy was surrounded by a saint order. He should be one of the 36 saints. If not him, who else would he kill? Rumble! The sky fell and the earth cracked. A great path collapsed directly. Dumbfounded! Dumbfounded! The patrollers were stunned. Killed just like that? The incomparably powerful top-notch saint was killed just like that? They had just come out of seclusion, just appeared in the three realms. They followed closely behind the emperor to rule the three realms. They had to maintain the order of the three realms, operating according to the emperor's will, and they died just like that? Sky Xiong! Someone cried out sorrowfully, Saint Sky Xiong of the 36 saints. The ancient saint was already close to the heavenly king realm. Those who did not die were actually very close to the heavenly king realm, but they had not broken through until now. Most of them were facing the last hurdle. That was why they were stuck in this realm. They had thought that they would reach the heavenly king realm soon. But now they were dead. Fang Ping's face was cold. He put away the saint order, sneered, and muttered, D***mn, I just happened to be fighting with Li Zhu, these old turtles. Both sides were injured. If we continue fighting, my great path will be burned out. I almost burned to death. It's good now. I need to slow down. After killing a top-notch saint with one punch, the other saints, even if they only had the strength of a true god, forced the void to tear, trying to escape. A broken 6 heavenly king roared, Emperor? Where is the Emperor? We are patrolling on behalf of the sky. Before he finished speaking, old Zhang rushed over, the bamboo whip in his hand, whipping down. The other party could not dodge in time, his head bleeding. He roared wildly, No, we are patrollers, we are from the 9 Emperors sect, as if we're not. Dragon form whipped his tail, cracking the other party's golden body. Sky Dipper! Someone exclaimed. This person was Sky Dipper Saint, ranked second among the 36 saints. At this moment, he was also a broken 6 heavenly king. He was not weak, but his great path of origin was quickly sealed, resisting the invasion of the seal. At this moment, being targeted by King Wu and dragon form, his golden body cracked instantly. The other 5 heavenly kings roared again. On the other side, Feng could not take it anymore. It was actually his first time trying to seal 6 heavenly kings at once. At this moment, he felt like he was being pushed back. At this moment, the void split open and King Kuan walked over coldly. With a casual kick, he sent one of the broken 6 heavenly kings flying. The broken 6 heavenly king broke through the 6th layer of heaven and the spatial crack came slashing over. This broken 6 heavenly king was originally not afraid of the spatial crack of the 6th layer of heaven. But now, a part of his origin was sealed, and his golden body was instantly cut into a bloody mess. Hong Yu, someone growled, looking at Hong Yu in the distance. Hong Yu's expression kept changing. King Kuan looked at Hong Yu and said coldly, Let me ask you, is father dead or alive? Is Chief Luo Yi alive or dead? Hong Yu said nothing. Very good. King Kuan snorted coldly. Are you in cahoots with these people? You are also a patrolling inspector. Are you their lackey? Hong Yu sighed softly. Lackey. Hong Kuan, there are some things that I don't understand? King Kuan said indifferently, There are many things that I don't understand, and there is no need for me to understand. You built the heavenly courts, and even when you called yourself the Demon Emperor, I still thought highly of you. But now, you are telling me that you are not fighting for yourself, but for those fellows. Trash. As soon as he finished speaking, King Kuan's seal appeared in his hand. He casually tossed it, and the heavenly king who had just been smashed into the 6th heaven was once again smashed into the depths of the space crack. A scream was instantly heard. King Kuan looked at Hong Yu and said coldly, Who are you summoning back? Who was that guy just now? Trying to act mysterious. Was it human emperor, Emperor Nan, or Emperor Shi? Hong Yu said nothing. I will settle the score with you later. King Kuan snorted coldly and the void froze. At this time, Dragon Transformation and Zhang Tao were torturing the celestial spirit. One of them was smashed into the depths of the space, and there were still 4 heavenly kings struggling. King Kuan looked at the 4 of them, and then at Fang Ping who had avoided him and was chasing those saints. His gaze changed for a while, and with one strike, he severely injured a heavenly king, causing him to fall to Fong Ping's side. Fong Ping tilted his head and looked at him. King Kun said coldly, "I don't care about your matters. It is your freedom to kill whoever you want. The Emperor's patrolling inspectors are existences that monitor the three realms. I will not provoke them. You better not kill them. If you kill them, I will not rest until you are dead." Fong Ping blinked his eyes. "This bastard, weren't we already fighting to the death a long time ago? Instead of killing them now, you want me to do it. What do you mean? Do you think I am not afraid of the Emperor?" Although these people had all attacked, none of them killed anyone. They were all waiting for Fong Ping to strike. Each of them was cunning. If the Emperor came again at this moment, no problem, he would just push the blame to Fong Ping. They were all top-notch powerhouses of the origin, and they did not kill anyone personally. How could the Emperor kill them? Watching this person land in front of him, his golden body smashed by King Kun, Fong Ping suddenly asked, "Do you have a Heavenly King seal? Do you have a saint token?" King Kun said lightly, "He has it. How can the fourth-ranked Saint Tianxian not have a saint token?" Oh, Fong Ping did not say much. Gray force blasted out instantly, and with a rumble, the golden body exploded. The god-slaying saber slashed out, one slash after another. Tianxian roared madly, his origin struggling violently, vaguely breaking free from the seal's shackles. In the blink of an eye, his aura recovered. Even though the golden body had exploded, his chi activity was still extremely strong. At this moment, Lindsay held the cat palace in her hand and tossed it over, smashing the other's spirit body instantly. Lindsay ignored him. At this moment, she was grabbing the cat's tail, her expression ugly, and shouted in a low voice, "Don't attack." She was taking care of the cat and had no time to care about others. As for the cat palace, when she was taking care of the cat just now, it was accidentally knocked away by the cat and hit Tianxian. She did not do it on purpose. Fong Ping blinked his eyes again. This woman was not a good person either. Her acting was too fake. "Lindsay, you are a descendant of the Spirit Emperor." Tianxian was shocked and angry. He roared, "How dare you!" Lindsay was also a descendant of the Emperor. They were in the same camp. Tianxian was furious. At this moment, in the void, a powerhouse with a break 7 roared, "King Kun, suppressing C. It's not what you think." In the past, a group of people who had the potential to become emperors were left in the three realms. Our qualifications were slightly worse, so we chose another path. We were not abandoned like you think. How can you do this? King Kun frowned slightly. At this moment, another person roared, "We are all Emperor's followers. Back then, your qualifications were better and your chances were higher, so you were left in the three realms by the Emperors to fight for a chance. You were not abandoned. Everyone, stop attacking." The previous domineering and arrogant attitude was long gone. At this moment, regardless of whether these words were true or not, it made some powerhouses waver slightly. These words might not be false. A few powerhouses with a break 7 were shocked, angry, and terrified. They did not expect this to happen. The Emperor had almost descended. Although he was beaten back, the Emperor was still alive. These people actually dared to kill them right under the Emperor's nose. A saint had already died. Not only that, at this moment, the Heavenly King Tianxian was also almost finished. A Heavenly King was about to die as soon as he appeared. Who would not be afraid? Some people had already begun to frantically spread the news, calling for the Emperor. Someone roared fiercely, "Ji Yun, summon the Emperor back. Hurry, hurry!" They were all afraid. The Heavenly Kings in the three realms were all lunatic. They attacked them at the slightest disagreement. The powerhouses of several parties had actually attacked. Who could resist this? Fong Ping said faintly, 10 Heavenly Kings. 4 of them with a break 7. They appeared at this time. I heard that the chance of the three realms has not opened yet. They appeared at this time. What are they trying to do? King Kun frowned again. He ignored Fong Ping but did not say anything. Fong Ping did not care about him. These people were still a little afraid of the emperor. This was inevitable. After all, the emperor had really appeared just now. As for himself, what was Fong Ping afraid of? He was not afraid. The emperor was about to appear. With his current strength and temper, if he really appeared, he and the emperor would definitely not be on the same boat. Sooner or later, he would still offend the other party. This was inevitable. Fong Ping knew his place. Especially the emperor. This person was going to walk the real emperor path. He was destined to have some discord with old Zhang. It was a conflict of orthodoxy and Tao. If he did not make a move now, when would he make a move? Who knew if the one who had just appeared was the emperor? Fong Ping could not be bothered with others. Tian Xian was right in front of him, seriously injured. King Kun, Feng, and Lin Zi attacked one after another. How could he, a break 6, resist? At this moment, his spirit body was in the process of collapsing. Fong Ping did not speak anymore. With a muffled sound, he went forward and slashed wildly. Slash after slash, slash after slash. Rumble. In the sky, another Dao collapsed. Tian Xian, someone broke down. A few heavenly kings with a break 6 were currently burning their origin and golden body to break free from Feng's control. Someone's eyes revealed incomparable horror. The heavenly king was dead. Tian Xian, a heavenly king who had not made a move in the 3 realms after becoming a heavenly king, was killed just like that. His death was too humiliating. Fong Ping snatched a saint's token and laughed. The 10th one. The 10th saint token he had obtained today. As for himself, he had 20 of them to begin with. In this way, Fong Ping had collected as many as 30 out of the 36 saint tokens. As for the heavenly king seals, he also had 5. As for the remaining 3, King Kun had 1. As for the remaining 2, one was taken away by Heavenly King Suppression and the other by Sky Arm in West's palace. Heaven's fate lamented again. Heavenly King. What's the use? Offending the 3 realms all at once. When you came out, keep a low profile. Talk to all parties first, be more sincere, and then come to the 3 realms. 4 break 7, 6 break 6, and you won't be attacked for no reason. Everyone is afraid of such a strong force. You must first rope them in. If it really doesn't work, come out one by one. You appeared 10 at once. Instantly, you're the strongest force in the origin path. If I don't kill you, I'll kill ghosts. Heaven's fate shook his head. It was not that they were not strong. It was because they were too strong that this happened. 10 heavenly kings. 4 break 7 existences. Even on the human side, excluding external help, they were no match for them. On the catacomb side, even if the 2 Tao-confirming heavenly kings were still alive, they might not be a match for them. As for King Kun's side, 3 heavenly kings might only be able to defeat 4 break 7. With the remaining 6 heavenly kings attacking, it was not impossible to kill them. This was an incomparably huge threat. They appeared all of a sudden. Who would not be afraid? Beside him, Sheng Nan said in a low voice, Prince, eldest senior brother. Eldest senior brother, he, among the 6 break 6 existences, one was the chief of Emperor West's bloodline. At this moment, Tian Xian was killed, and heavenly strength was being tortured by old Zhang and dragon transformation. He could not hold on much longer. Among the remaining 4, one was blasted into the void, and 3 were struggling to escape. And among these 3, there were people from Emperor West's bloodline. Heaven's fate pursed his lips. The others won't dare to kill him. He's my father's eldest disciple, after all. If my father is really alive, won't he offend my father? But with crazy Fong Ping around, it's hard to say. The 3 bloodlines of Emperor West, Emperor North, and Emperor Ren Huang were all present. Emperor West and Emperor North's chief were both break 6, and Emperor Renhuang's Ji-yun was break 7. Another break 7, the guy who was being beaten up was the chief of the Emperor God's bloodline. Finally, there was another break 6, and that was Emperor South's disciple. Beast Emperor, Spirit Emperor, Earthly Emperor, and East Emperor did not have any disciples among them. It was unknown whether they were dead or did not come this time. It was unknown whether there were only so many Three Realms patrollers. Heaven's Fate was also observing in secret. It was not true that he did not want to watch the show. Especially just now, when the sky collapsed and the giant eye appeared, he was also surprised. At this moment, Xing Nan was worried about eldest senior brother, but he did not care too much. After thinking for a while, he said, "The few fellows among the 36 saints are dead for sure. As for the others, it might not be so. The others don't dare to kill them now. As for Fong Ping, he's not that stupid. Didn't you see that he only chose those who were not the Emperor's direct descendants?" Heaven's Fate shook his head. "He's just testing the Emperor's endurance limit. Do you really think he's crazy enough to force the Emperor to descend and kill him? He's just testing to see how many people he's killed. The Emperor can't hold back anymore. He's also weakening the patrollers' strength at the same time. Everyone knows this. Don't think that they're all clamoring to exterminate them. Don't worry, they won't all die in the end." Xing Nan looked at Heaven's Fate with some surprise. "Prince Yu." He wanted to say that the prince had figured out the key in the blink of an eye. He was becoming more and more like a wise man. Heaven's Fate was indifferent. "Everyone thinks so. Who doesn't understand? Do you think that there are only lunatics in the Three Realms? Lunatics are all smart. Fools have died long ago. The rest are all among the patrollers. These people observe the Three Realms in secret. They don't participate in it personally. A group of bystanders, what can they understand? Without personal experience, what did these people know? For 8,000 years, they had been roaming outside the Three Realms. There was no sense of crisis, no sense of oppression, no sense of survival, no fear of being abandoned. They had not experienced anything. Compared to this group of people who had struggled in the Three Realms for 8,000 years, even the saints had more sense of crisis than their heavenly kings. That included the group of people who had been revived. They had died once, after all. In fact, they had more sense of crisis than these people. Look, the sense of crisis was not strong. They thought that the sovereign could still shock the Three Realms like 8,000 years ago. After the incident with the earthly sovereign's clone, their fear and respect for the sovereign had mostly disappeared. As he spoke, the great Tao rumbled. Heaven's Fate looked at the crack above the western palace and curled his lip. Tiangang is dead. There are 2 heavenly kings. Did these guys appear in the Three Realms to calm down? So many heavenly kings have died. It's about time to end this war. Tian Kuei, Tiangang, Tianxian, Tianming, Weapon Master, Yuan Hua. Heaven's Fate counted. So, that was about it. If they continued to kill, they would probably cross the line. With 6 heavenly kings dead, this war was about to end. Heaven's Fate glanced at Xing Nan again. He lowered his head to study the chessboard and said, "See? Still joining the war? Are you seeking death? Damn heavenly kings. Apart from Tianming, who is weaker than me? If that guy is not dead, don't let him enter the Western Palace. If you want to die with him, bring your men out." Xing Nan smiled bitterly. How would he dare? Eldest senior brother, good luck. He was not in the mood to count how many saints had died today. Too many had died. The source universe was shaking non-stop. He should continue to follow the prince. At least the prince knew how to seek fortune and avoid disaster. Chapter 1253. Forbidden Sea. Heavenly strength was not killed by Fong Ping. Old Zhang was ruthless and killed heavenly strength directly. The fall of 2 heavenly kings shook heaven and earth. At this moment, there were signs of the sky being torn apart again. Fang Ping looked up at the sky. One by one, the heavenly king powerhouses were shaken out of the void. The three realms patrollers. No one was arrogant anymore. Their faces were ashen. 2 heavenly kings were dead. In the blink of an eye. For 8,000 years, this group of people hid behind the scenes. Sometimes they would come out to maintain the balance of the 3 realms. Over the years, even if they encountered Heavenly King Garrison, a few Heavenly King powerhouses secretly intimidated them, and Heavenly King Garrison quickly retreated. As a result, they really did not think that this day would come. They had intimidated many powerhouses who had broken 8. Of course, these people did not show the strength of breaking 8 before. Fang Ping looked at the sky as he swung his saber, killing a saint who was fleeing on the spot. You should have hidden the saint token. Why did you have to take it out to protect yourself? Is it appropriate not to kill you? Fang Ping killed this person casually as if he did not see him. He grabbed the saint token and did not care about anything else. The patrollers were even more indignant. Another one died. 2 saints and 2 kings. 4 of the 18 top-notch powerhouses from before died in the blink of an eye. The sky is going to split open? Fang Ping looked at the sky and laughed. The Emperor is coming again? The one just now? The one whose eyeball was blown out? Everyone looked at him. Ji Yun and the others were pale at this moment. They looked at Fang Ping with some coldness, but they restrained it. Devil. This guy was a devil. At this moment, the Emperor did not arrive. They finally learned their lesson and did not continue to reprimand him. At this time, the Emperor might arrive at any time. Fang Ping actually dared to provoke him. Even if they hated him to the core, they had to admit that this guy was really cruel and lawless. Even the few who had broken 8 looked solemn at this time. They did not dare to provoke the Emperor at this moment. Killing was just a test. The results showed that only 2 heavenly kings had died. The one who was about to arrive earlier seemed to be a little angry again, and could not hold it in. At this time, Heavenly King Garrison's voice sounded in Fang Ping's mind. Stop provoking him. If you really force the Emperor into a corner, once he descends. Brat, do you really want to die at this time? However, Fang Ping did not care about these words. At this moment, he chuckled and said, the monarch has been planning for so long. Just because 2 heavenly kings are dead, he's going to descend now. Has the plan succeeded or failed? Is this how the Emperor behaves? Is that all you have? You've been plotting for 10,000 years? You want to lead the 3 realms? If this is the scheming of an emperor, the patience of an emperor, and the magnanimity of an emperor, then I'll just say, screw you, what kind of rubbish is this? Fang Ping sneered, provocative, arrogant. Many people thought that Fang Ping had really gone mad. Fang Ping, on the other hand, was calm. He said lazily, I'll try. If he didn't have much patience, he would descend upon anyone he killed in the future. What was the point of fighting then? 2 dead heavenly kings were about to come out, so they might as well stop fighting. Everyone just admitted defeat and became grandsons. Emperor realm experts were already in such a state. There was no way to match them, so what was the point of fighting? His people couldn't be attacked. Once they were attacked, they would descend. Might as well stop playing. A game of chess, right? The chess pieces on the chessboard aren't moving anymore. I'll let you play my A*S. Fang Ping was not afraid at this moment. He looked up at the sky and laughed. Are there rules among the emperors? Are there any agreements? Or is it that your people can't die? Even if they become emperors, it can only be those you choose? If that's the case, give me a list now. The chosen ones will become emperors. The rest can wash up and go home to their mothers. Fang Ping burst into laughter. Zhang Tao said mildly, You're right. If we die, so be it. If they die, the emperors will descend and kill them. What's the point of fighting? Just give them a list and let them play. Zhang Tao sneered in disdain. Emperor? The emperors who descend frequently now are either the idiots among the emperors or the weakest one. They've probably been ostracized by the emperors. They're afraid that, if their people die, they won't have any backup, right? This kind of person. I don't think there's a need to be afraid. All the heavenly kings here together. They might be able to kill an emperor today. Zhang Tao laughed. I'm just afraid that you guys won't dare. If you want to become an emperor, if you kill one, maybe someone else will succeed. Fang Ping also laughed and said, It's hard to say. 9 emperors and 9 emperors have been here for 30,000 years, and no one has succeeded. Is it because 9 emperors are the limit and the origin can only support 9 emperors? If one dies, can someone else become an emperor? At this time, the heavenly king's subduing's eyes moved slightly. He said softly, The powerhouses of the origin have to rely on the origin universe to support them. They need a lot of origin chi. There are more emperors. They need origin chi to support the origin world and the origin Tao. Maybe there's a limit to the number. As soon as he said that, Feng chuckled at the back. It's hard to say. Back then, someone also speculated that the 4 emperors couldn't become emperors because the origin could no longer support them. Otherwise, with the 4 emperors' talents, it's hard to understand why they couldn't become emperors. Fang Ping grinned. There's still hope. There's a possibility too. Of course, it's very dangerous. There are so many people here. If we fight together, we might be able to kill the other party. But probably 90% of them will die. The one who survives might become an emperor. Zhang Tao said thoughtfully, Haven't all of you waited for this opportunity for so many years? If you win, you get the meat. If you lose your life. That's it. Some people died in vain. For example, the weapon master. He didn't even get a chance. If we go all out, there might be a chance. The two of them echoed each other. Even though everyone knew what they were thinking, it was also the truth. Yes, everyone waited for 8,000 years. They hid for 8,000 years. They schemed for 8,000 years. They fought for 8,000 years, for what? To become an emperor. When the fake sky grave opened that day, knowing that there was a chance, these people went in one after another. Today, if they could really kill an emperor, they could really succeed. Even if everyone knew that most of them would die, or even be wiped out, there was still a chance. At this moment, Heavenly Arm suddenly chuckled. If you dare to fight, the Chu Wu lineage is willing to lend you a hand. Everyone's eyes flickered. Ji Yun and the others' faces were pale. Terrifying. He had this thought again. They were all lunatics. These people were actually discussing to kill an emperor. Emperors were invincible. This was something that everyone knew. However, if they really joined forces, how many of them could break through 8? There were quite a few here. There were still some in the Sky Grave and Chu Wu. With the other heavenly kings, it was not impossible to kill an emperor. Perhaps everyone had this thought, but no one dared to say it out loud. However, someone said it today. A guy who broke through 6. Fang Ping had this thought. He licked his lips and smiled. Opportunities are fought for by ourselves. Martial arts must fight. If we don't fight, can we wait for the opportunity to come to us? Everyone is prepared to break the celestial barrier, fight to the death, and become an emperor. If that's the case, instead of waiting for an unknown future, why not fight for a chance, a bigger chance? Whether to kill an emperor to prove one's path has a higher chance or to wait for the future. This needs to be weighed by everyone. Everyone here has fought for so many years. Some people are afraid of death, such as King Kuan and Feng. They are all afraid of death. However, the opportunity is here. Are you guys still afraid of death? Fang Ping chuckled. I know you guys too well. As long as the benefits exceed expectations, you're not afraid of death. If you don't dare to fight, it's nothing more than the benefits not reaching your expectations, right? Feng raised her eyebrows and smiled faintly. Interesting. Fang Ping, what you said is right. We don't dare to fight. Not only do we not dare, but we're also afraid of getting hurt now. If we get hurt, we won't have a chance in the future, and all our fear is for that one fight. If that gamble had appeared now, it's not impossible that I wouldn't take another gamble. Heavenly King Zhen also smiled. We still dare. What we're afraid of is the appearance of a second one. Fang Ping, do you understand? Fang Ping smiled. I understand. There's still hope for us to kill one. If we kill two, I'm afraid it'll be dangerous. But do you think they don't have restraint? Didn't you see Emperor Heavenly Reverse make a move? There are also factions. This guy who descended also has enemies. People are afraid that no one can restrain them. If someone is restrained, then there will be a weakness. The second one, what if the second one is stopped? Don't think everything is impossible. I think the possibility is very high. Otherwise, it wouldn't be like this today. Everyone, why don't we give it a try? Feng looked at Fang Ping and chuckled. How do we try? Fang Ping licked his lips again. His mouth was a little dry. He was a little agitated and excited. He whispered, Let Ji Yun and the others summon, let Hong Yu summon. We'll take the initiative to fish. Catch a big fish. The Sea Guardian glanced at him and then at the Ash Cat. The Ash Cat was staring at him with its cat eyes wide open. Big fish. The Sea Guardian snorted in his heart. He hated Fang Ping's metaphor. However, at this moment, the others were overwhelmed with emotions. Fishing. Actively fishing for an emperor. For tens of thousands of years, only Fang Ping dared to say this. Not only was he not afraid, he actually wanted to take the initiative to fish for an emperor. At this moment, Ji Yun and the others were really trembling. Crazy! A group of heavenly kings was actually discussing fishing for an emperor and taking the initiative to lure it. Fang Ping continued to tempt them. Passively waiting or actively creating opportunities? Passively, that means we're still pawns. Taking the initiative, although it's more dangerous, the initiative is in our hands. Everyone, I'm afraid you've thought about this before. But you're afraid of death. Because you know how powerful an emperor is. I've heard of it before, but I don't know. So, although I'm afraid, I dare to think about it. It's not to the extent that I don't even dare to think about it. Nobodies can't change anything. They can't change their fate of being pawns. But, even if they're pawns, they have to be pawns with value, don't they? Fang Ping smiled sinisterly. After becoming an emperor, don't care about the dead. After becoming an emperor, my only request is to continue to disgust some people. How about that? Everyone, if you dare, do it now. I see that he doesn't seem to be moving. Why don't we kill a few more heavenly kings and lure him here? Of course, we have to agree in advance and reach an agreement. Otherwise, we'll just be sending ourselves to death for nothing. Everyone was overwhelmed with emotions, their mouths dry. Even those who had broken 8 were thirsty at this moment. Their chances were actually the highest. The chances of breaking 6 should be the lowest, but it did not mean that there was no chance. Heavenly Arm said in a low voice, If you've decided, the commotion at the cemetery of heaven is too big. It's not appropriate to summon them back now. I'll inform the underworld god and the others to rush over immediately. There are still 2 broken 8, many broken 7, and more than 10 broken 6 existences over at Chu Wu. Heavenly King Subduing was also taking a deep breath. Me, Hongkuan, Sea Suppressor, Feng, the blacksmith, plus the 3 from your side, 8 broken 8. He did not count Hong Yu in. At this moment, he looked at Hong Yu and laughed softly. Hong Yu, are you going to participate, or are you going to betray us? Hong Yu's expression changed. He did not expect the situation to develop in this direction. A group of people were discussing how to kill an emperor. If the weapon master was still here, he would definitely object. but he was dead. If Hong Yu was included, there were a total of 9 who had broken 8, many who had broken 7, and even more who had broken 6. If they attacked together, they might not be able to kill an emperor. There was hope. There really was hope. The situation had completely exceeded expectations. It was completely out of control. Hong Yu saw some people looking at him darkly. He said in a low voice, "If I say no, do I have to die now?" King Kuan said coldly, "If Father is alive, all of this will not happen today. If Father is here and these people dare to do this, I will be the first to object. But Father, is he alive or dead? Or is he in a deep sleep and will never wake up again?" King Kuan said coldly, "If that's the case, agree to it and live. If not, then die." Hong Yu's expression changed. King Kuan was extremely cold. "Don't think that you can escape this. You are bait. You are the bait. Think about it carefully. If you get the Emperor, will he spare your life?" Hong Yu fell silent and did not speak again. Everyone looked at each other. For a moment the atmosphere was so strange that it was scary. Excitement. Excitement. Fear. Yes, there was fear. It was impossible that they did not. They were also afraid of death. If they really did it this time, they might all die. But hadn't they waited for this opportunity for 8,000 years? Usually, no one would mention it. No one dared to say it. But today there was. Since there was, they could give it a try. Perhaps the alliance would succeed. The patrol envoys were terrified to the extreme. However, at this time, the Broken 8 and Broken 7 who were present surrounded them in the center. They could not run. Whoever ran would die. They would definitely die. Ji Yun no longer had any pride or the feeling of looking down on the masses. He only felt that he had entered the demon world. This was not the 3 realms. This was the demon world. And this was what other people thought of the human world in the past. Fang Ping became more excited. "How about we try? Even if we don't succeed, we must let those high and mighty fellows know that we are not to be trifled with. We dare to resist too. The 3 realms is ours. Since the emperors have left, then go further away. If they come back and stretch their claws again, we will chop off their claws. Everyone, are you really going to wait for these emperors to give us a chance? Will the Emperor's path really appear on the day the heavenly human realm wall shatters? Will it really appear? But I know that if we kill the Emperor's path will appear and we can see the truth." Fang Ping was like a devil, tempting them to go to hell. At this moment, more people rushed over. King Qian, King Zhen, including Moon Spirit, almost all the heavenly kings of the origin path had gathered, except for those in the tomb of heaven. Not only the heavenly kings, but the saints had also arrived one after another. The elites of the 3 realms, except for those at junior martial arts, had almost all arrived. With the power of the 3 realms, could they kill the Emperor? Yes. This thought arose in everyone's mind. This thought became heavier and heavier. Hell was in their hearts. The devil was in their hearts. "No. Don't." At this moment, a patrol broke down and said weakly, "No, don't kill us. Everyone, don't kill us. It doesn't have to be like this, it doesn't have to be like this. In a few more days, there will definitely be a chance. Killing the Emperor is too dangerous, really too dangerous. We are the Emperor's eyes and ears. As long as we don't summon them and not too many die, the Emperors will not return. Their understanding of the 3 realms is all reported by us. They are in the depths of the origin, outside the 9 heavens." At this moment, this collapsed heavenly king said quickly, "Everyone, if we don't die, if we don't summon them, the Emperor will not return. The 3 realms is still the 3 realms. It's still your 3 realms, not the Emperor's." The other patrols did not say a word. They were all scared. Once the plan was approved, they, the Emperor's eyes and ears, would definitely be killed. There were no exceptions. Hong Yu might be an exception because he had also broken 8. Broken 8. Everyone wanted to become an emperor. It was a horrifying plan, a plan that no one had thought of. If Fang Ping had not proposed this plan today, no one present would have thought of doing it. This was because the success rate of killing the emperor was too low. It was too difficult to unite the three realms. Today, however, they had this opportunity. The atmosphere became more and more strange. Fang Ping began to refine those saint tokens. His gaze was also very strange. I was just saying. Turns out you guys really had this intention. Really? If I had known this would happen, I would have treated the emperors as imaginary enemies. That way we wouldn't have to fight anymore, right? The demon emperor and the others also wanted to become emperors. There were more powerhouses today, the success rate of the plan was higher. Since everyone had this intention, Fang Ping really wanted to try it. Do it big. This was a big deal, right? Fang Ping felt that the plan he proposed should be even more shocking than the Immortal Source plan back then. It should be so. At least the Immortal Source plan did not think that anyone wanted to kill the emperor. Licking his lips, Fang Ping chuckled. I proposed this plan. It's called Fang Ping's plan. I want to leave my name in history. I want the three realms to remember that I, Fang Ping, once did an earth-shattering deal. Everyone looked at each other. No one cared about him. It did not matter what the plan was. Either he lived to become an emperor, or he died. If he died, what plan would they care about? If he lived, then they did not care. Considering that Fang Ping had mentioned the plan, they had just become emperors. It was not a big deal to call it Fang Ping's plan, was it not? Seeing this, Zhang Tao said in a low voice, Everyone, make your stand. If you can agree, you don't have to say anything now. If you can't agree, Zhang Tao chuckled. Kill a heavenly king first before leaving. When he said that, it was no different from forcing them to do something. Either they did not agree, or they killed a heavenly king and left. It was too obvious who they would kill. No, everyone, you can't do this. At this time, the few broken sevens could not sit still anymore. King Ken's face was full of despair. He was almost begging, King Kun, King Qian, Heavenly King Garrison, we were also forced. We were still members of the Heavenly Court back then, high-ranking members of the Heavenly Court. The Emperor has an order, we dare not disobey. Everyone, we don't want this, we really don't want this. King Kan and the others were afraid. They would die. They were the targets of the flag sacrifice. As for Fang Ping, he was now determined to overturn this chessboard and break this chess game. The more he thought about it, the more he understood that everyone's every move was being watched. Living in the three realms was actually a cage. He did not want to. Perhaps the day before they became emperors would be the day they were harvested. If this went on, waiting would only lead to death. He might as well take a gamble. Even now, when was it not a gamble? If he wanted to gamble, then he would gamble big. Wouldn't that be even more beautiful? Fang Ping's heart was beating rapidly. He was also agitated and excited. At this moment, he did not speak anymore and transmitted his voice to the powerhouses in all directions. Everyone, I'll wait for 10 minutes. If no one has any objections, then let's do it. If you're afraid, suppress those people with broken sevens and let those who are afraid kill one and leave. After leaving, scram far away. Otherwise, to reduce variables, I'll have to kill you. Senior Sky Arm, you can summon the beginner powerhouses. Don't make too much noise. This is the first time the three realms have joined forces. Thinking about it, I'm a little excited. Forget about me as the vanguard, I'm not qualified. Heavenly King Garrison, you'll be the vanguard. Heavenly King Garrison rolled his eyes. You want me to be the vanguard to kill the Emperor? I won't do it. Let Sky Arm and the others be the vanguard. Sky Arm, do you want to do it? If you want to do it, then be the vanguard. We'll eat the meat together. You guys just want to have fun. Beginners can't become emperors anyway. Sky Arm's tone was low. Sure. He had wanted to do it a long time ago, but he was afraid that he wouldn't have the chance, afraid that he wouldn't be able to do it, afraid that he would die in vain, afraid that there were too many things. If I can really kill an emperor today, I'm willing to die. Heavenly King Garrison looked at Fong Ping proudly. See, do you need me to die? Sky Arm and the others were fighting to do it. The first to kill was naturally the most dangerous. This matter was handed over to beginners. At this moment, West Royal Palace, Sky Extremity laughed. Look, the war has stopped. My calculations were right. It's time to stop the war. That's good too. People are dying every day. Even I'm a little scared. Now it's time for me to show myself. Xing Nan asked curiously, Prince Yu, what was he going to do at this time? Divide the benefits. Sky Extremity laughed. It's not treasures, it's information, secrets. There's no harm in listening. Those people have returned, more or less they know something. Now Fong Ping and the others must be interrogating them about the secret. This is inevitable. I'll go listen, in case I'm clueless about these things. In the 3 realms, you can give up anything, but you must be well informed. Sky Extremity stood up and said, I'll go over first. Secrets are things that many people know. They don't mind one more person knowing, understand? However, things like the Saint Token and the Heavenly King Seal must not be touched, lest you get into trouble. Xing Nan nodded. At this moment, she admired Prince a little. More and more. Sky Extremity was also very proud. This was what he had gained after the trip to the fake heavenly grave. A change in temperament. Look, the war is over. I'm going. I don't want any benefits. I'll show my face, listen to some news, and tell all parties that I'm on the 3 realms side. Isn't that perfect? Sky Extremity laughed. With the superiority of crushing intelligence, he disappeared from the West Emperor Dojo instantly. It was time to go out. Xing Nan watched the Emperor disappear. She was also emotional. Prince had matured. The war had stopped. It was safe. Chapter 1254. Drip, drip, sweat. Yes, sweat was dripping. On the Forbidden Sea, the heavenly kings of the inspectors were sweating. At the heavenly king realm, there was no sweat. But at this time they were afraid. It was too quiet. The silence before the storm was terrifyingly quiet, terrifyingly quiet. The broken 7 heavenly kings were trembling at this moment. They were afraid that these people had really reached an agreement. If so, the inspectors present would definitely die. In this extreme silence, in this extremely strange state, the void was torn apart. As soon as the void was torn apart, Celestial Pole stopped in his tracks. Strange. The atmosphere was too strange. This gave Celestial Pole a bad feeling. What happened? The heavenly kings present looked at him in unison. At this moment, there was surprise, pity, and laughter. Yes, everyone's feelings were complicated. Everyone was struggling now. Celestial Pole hadn't come, so everyone ignored him. But at this juncture, why did he come? Everyone, fellow cultivators, this, Celestial Pole said dryly, sweat beading on his forehead. What happened? What happened? Was he being forced to reveal information? But why was no one saying anything? Even if he spoke now, no one answered him. Silence. Celestial Pole was about to collapse. What happened? His mouth was dry. Celestial Pole laughed dryly again. Fellow cultivators, if there's anything that's not suitable for me to hear, I'll take my leave first. Since you're here, don't leave. A faint voice was heard. Celestial Pole's hair stood on end. Why did it sound like he was going to kill someone? Behind, Fong Ping chuckled. Celestial Pole Prince, you came just in time. Was the one who descended earlier your father? Celestial Pole heaved a sigh of relief, thinking that he was going to settle scores. He said hurriedly, I don't think so. Of course, it's the voice of the origin after all. It's not too real. But I don't think it's my father. He felt that it did not sound like his father. If that was the case, it had nothing to do with him. He would not be implicated, would he? Fong Ping laughed again. Everyone, you're all powerhouses who have experienced the ancient heavenly court. Who was the one earlier? It's not Spirit Emperor, Lindsay replied faintly. Although it was hard to distinguish the voice of the origin source from that of a man or a woman, she was certain that this was not the voice of the Spirit Emperor. Moon Spirit replied calmly, "It's not my father. The North Sovereign Saber didn't react, so it shouldn't be the Earthly Sovereign either. The Earthly Sovereign's sword didn't react either. When a powerhouse descended, their weapons would more or less react." Fong Ping also came to a realization. It was not Emperor West. Otherwise, the god-slaying saber would not be so calm. A member of the East, South, god, beast, and human, Dragonborn laughed and said, "It's not a beast sovereign, you know. As for the Emperor God, he is powerful. Not even the Emperor of Heaven Reverse dares to deal with him." People from the East and South? Fong Ping smiled. It was one of the three. The reason why he wanted to clarify things was to prevent any accidents from happening. For example, some of the people present had a close relationship with the Emperor. Neither Dong Huang nor Ren Huang was here at the moment. If it was Emperor Nan, the water power was here. Fong Ping looked at Xue Li. Xue Li transformed into his human form. His expression changed slightly as he said, "Maybe, probably not Lord Emperor Nan. If Master returns cough cough, there will be some commotion in that place. I didn't notice anything unusual before." What place? No one asked, but they had a rough idea. If it was not Emperor Nan's personal belongings, then it was a divine weapon. Of course, since it was that place, could it be the place where Emperor Nan secluded himself for a long time? Emperor Nan's palace? Everyone already had their own guesses. Xue Li was also helpless. He had to say that if he did not say it, he could not rule out the possibility of Emperor Nan. If he could not rule it out, could he still be trusted as Emperor Nan's mount? Dong Huang. Ren Huang. Fong Ping rubbed his chin and murmured, "These two give me the feeling that they are very low-key. Why are they so hot-tempered? They came at the slightest disagreement. Ji Yuan seems to be an important figure among the patrols. Could it be the arrival of Ren Huang?" Fong Ping licked his lip. "Dong Huang doesn't seem to be here. If that's the case, it might really be Ren Huang? Is he hiding his strength, or is he really hot-tempered and weak?" Ren Huang seemed to like to hide his strength. He heard that he had always been obedient to Earthly Emperor. For a guy like him to act weak and hot-tempered now seemed understandable. As for whether he was really weak or pretending to be weak, how would Fong Ping know? They were discussing. Celestial Pole heaved a sigh of relief. "This has nothing to do with me. The people of the Human Emperor and the Eastern Emperor might be in trouble." At this moment, he was looking all around him. Eventually, he decided to go over to Moon Spirit's side. He wanted to get more familiar with Moon Spirit so that he could gather some information. When he arrived, Moon Spirit looked at him with a strange expression. Celestial Extremity smiled and said, "Moon Spirit, do you have any secrets? You want to hear it?" Moon Spirit's voice was faint, causing Tianji's hair to stand on end. However, he still transmitted his voice over. "Tell me, what did Ji Yuan and the others say? Which sovereigns are still alive?" "I didn't say." "If you didn't say, then you guys, Tianji, what are you doing here?" Tianji felt depressed. What did that mean? "I can't come." "If I didn't come, I would be the only heavenly king of the three realms who hasn't arrived. It would be easy for me to be targeted. Heaven's fate wasn't stupid either. The only heavenly king who hadn't expressed his opinion was also in danger." "You're early. What do you mean?" Moon Spirit looked at him for a long time. Then, she chuckled softly, and her voice echoed into his mind, "Because they're discussing how to slaughter an emperor." Rumble. Thunder rumbled. 5 bolts of lightning. Heaven's Fate's expression changed drastically. What was this? Did this king hear wrongly? Slaughter an emperor? Moon Spirit continued, You're early. If you came later, no one would care if you came or not, but you came at this time. Sigh, I don't know if you're lucky or unlucky. If you're lucky, you still have hope. He didn't want this hope. At this moment, Heaven's Fate's heart was about to explode. He didn't want this hope. He knew what hope it was. Why would he slaughter an emperor? For the great Tao. But he didn't want this hope. With so many people, how could there be so much hope? Even if he slaughtered an emperor, he might not be the winner. On the contrary, he was weak, and he might die even faster. Heaven's Fate's mentality collapsed. Why did this king come here now? Could he still leave? He looked around. He wanted to leave, he wanted to go home. But at this time, many people were looking at him. He thought he would never forget that look in his life. Try and leave. Heaven's Fate's body was a little stiff. He couldn't leave. These guys were already crazy enough to slaughter an emperor. They would not mind killing another heavenly king. Even if he was Emperor Shi's son, it was nothing. Heaven's Fate swallowed, his voice trembling slightly. This king has only broken six not long ago. His strength is average, very weak. He was very weak. He could not leave. He could participate in the battle, but he had to hide at the back. He had no choice but to participate in the battle. At this time, Fang Ping had refined 3 saint tokens. The source world had not reached the point of 800 meters. It was still a little short. He had 11 saint tokens and a heavenly king seal. After refining them, 800 meters was stable. 900 meters was hopeful. Fang Ping no longer refined the saint token. At this moment, he was refining King Li's token at all costs. After refining this heavenly king seal, he might be able to reach 800 meters. His combat strength would soar again. At this moment, King Kuan's voice rang in his ears. It was very cold. Even if they descend, they might just be clones, Fang Ping laughed. Are clones powerful? Around the strength of Broken 7. That's good enough, Fang Ping laughed. Broken 7. I killed the Inspector Broken 7. Is it useful for his clone to descend? Since it's useless, of course it's his real body. Not necessarily. The sovereign is very confident. He thinks that his clone is enough to intimidate the 3 realms. Do you understand? Understood. Fang Ping nodded. Indeed, the sovereign was very powerful. Even his clone had descended. Would you dare to disobey? If that was the case, of course, there was no need to care too much about the strength. The main thing was the suppression of the real body's strength. Fang Ping laughed. It's okay. I'm a lunatic. Everyone, don't worry. If his clone really descends, the few of us humans will go up and kill this clone. The sovereign will definitely be furious. This is good too. I'm really afraid that the Celestial Emperor Reverse will stop us. If we kill the opponent's clone, even the Celestial Emperor Reverse will probably not stop us. After all, this concerns the dignity of the sovereign, right? Everyone, you can watch a big show first. I'll also let you see if the courage of the human powerhouses is made of iron. Fang Ping said faintly, I'm not afraid. I don't have the intention of tricking you to go up and die. I'll be an example. I didn't dare to do it before because I was afraid that the real body would kill me in seconds. But if it's a clone, I'll be an example to all of you. Let's see if I, Fang Ping, am a person who is afraid of death. King Kuan nodded slightly. This was sincerity. When the clone appeared, Fang Ping killed it. Whether it was the clone or the real body, it meant that he would fight to the death with the sovereign. In this way, he did not have to worry about the humans having other thoughts. This kind of thing was most dangerous to shirk responsibility. Once someone shirked responsibility, this thing could not be done. Broken 7 won't be easy to kill, Fang Ping laughed. It's okay. If he can't kill me, he can't kill me either. If a sovereign attacks and can't kill me, it'll be a disgrace, a complete disgrace. If the real body doesn't appear, how can he kill me? If he doesn't kill me, how can he intimidate the three realms? He'll still attack. Therefore, the plan is not a problem. Fang Ping continued, everyone should understand this point. Your King Kuan's clone descended and couldn't kill a rank 9. If your real body can descend, will you not? Especially when the other party is the kind that can kill in seconds. Will you be lenient? King Kuan laughed and did not reply. What a joke. How could he be lenient? He had lost all his face. If he could kill, why not? This time, no one had any doubts. Clone, the humans go up. True body, beginner martial first, broken 8 in front, broken 7 after. I'll follow broken 7. Old Zhang will follow broken 6. Fang Ping looked around and said in a low voice, it's not that martial kings are afraid of death. I'm afraid that some broken 6 will run away. For example, heavenly plants are not reliable at first glance. For example, celestial poles are likely to run away at first glance. The 2 heavenly kings who were named had stiff expressions. Especially celestial poles. Why am I someone who will run away at first glance? Fang Ping ignored him and said, Moon Spirit, follow broken 7. The other saints, form a big formation and wait outside. The chance is here. You saints might be able to take advantage of it. Fang Ping said coldly, don't feel wronged for broken 8. If you want to eat meat, then you have to take the risk. Broken 6 and broken 7 may be killed in seconds. Only if you guys block it, then we have a chance to succeed. Otherwise, if we are defeated one by one, we will all die. Everyone has lived for so many years. It's not like we don't have this bit of boldness. If you want to become an emperor, if you don't have boldness, how can you become an emperor? King Kuan said lightly, sure. If you let the heavenly kings integrate into this king's golden body, the chances will be greater. On the other side, Heavenly Wood's face had turned purple. Fang Ping humphed. Cut the crap. If you're really dying in the end, you can try. Whether it's voluntary or not, what's the use? If it really comes to that, it's possible to take a gamble. King Kuan nodded slightly. At this moment, Heavenly King Jin said, lend me the heaven confining bell. Fang Ping tossed the heaven confining bell over. King Qian humphed coldly. Return the heavenly king's seal to me first. Fang Ping glanced at him and scolded in a low voice, no way. You'll have it when we kill one later. Use it first. King Qian was speechless. What he said made sense. Old Zhang was currently holding the sky bell, Fang Ping was holding the god-slaying saber, and Moon Spirit was holding the North Emperor saber. After thinking for a while, he looked at Hong Yu and said coldly, if you dare to attack, I'll lend you the earthly Emperor's sword. At this point, the rational use of resources could make everyone stronger. Hong Yu looked around. After a while, he sighed softly. If that's the case, I'll go crazy with everyone this time. Moon Spirit tossed the earthly Emperor's sword over. The others all had their own weapons. At this moment, a long spear appeared in Li Zhu's hand. Looking at the material, it was probably a demigod weapon. On the other side, Sky Arm suddenly laughed and tossed a long spear to Heavenly King Zhen. Li Zhen, the heaven confining bell is mainly for defense. What are you pretending for? I'll give you the divine spear. Since you've defeated me with a punch, your combat strength is unparalleled. With the divine spear in hand, you're the main force. Heavenly King Zhen cursed under his breath and took the divine spear left behind by the weapon master. Everyone was arming themselves, preparing for a big fight. This might also be the last battle of the three realms. If they lost this battle, the three realms would probably only have the heavenly kings left. Time passed bit by bit. Ji Yun and the rest's faces grew paler. They wanted to run, to fight with their lives. They did not want to die. However, there were too many powerhouses at this time. Even the God Creation Envoy had a small world appear above his head. The 9 Emperor Seals of the Sea Envoy, the Heavenly King's seal and Saint Order in Fong Ping's hands, and the Heavenly King's seal in King Kuan's hands began to stamp the pardon letter that Fong Ping and Zhang Tao wrote. If it were any other day, it would not be so simple. Not to mention others, the Kuan King would definitely not stamp his Kuan King's seal. Not only that, the God Creation Envoy looked at the surrounded King Kan and King Dui, and said coldly, "Seal the king." Once they stamped it, the 8 imperial seals would be complete. As for the missing saint tokens, there were still 5 of them missing. Fong Ping had 31 of them. Fong Ping did not know how the Heavenly King subduing king did it. It seemed like he needed to cover all of them. However, missing a few saint orders would not affect him much. The God Creation Envoy could fight with all his might. After finding 5 saint orders to cover him, he would be completely liberated. The expressions of the 2 heavenly kings changed again and again. However, being stared at by several people who had broken through 8, even though the 2 of them were unwilling, they had no choice but to stamp their heavenly king seals. When the 2 of them finished covering it, in the small world above the God Creation Envoy, a messy old man stepped down from the sky and instantly fused with his clone. At this moment, everyone knew that they were ready to go all out. No one wanted to leave. Even an old turtle like the God Creation Envoy, who had been hiding in the human world for so many years and had always been using his clone, was now going all out. The temptation of killing an emperor was greater than anything else. At this moment, the void in the distance shattered, and the Nether God, who had returned to the beginner level, arrived with a group of people. No words were spoken. The 2 sides looked at each other from afar. Sky Arm looked at them. After a while, he said softly, "Yuan Hua's death was not unjust. You guys, open up the void and hide inside. Nether God, tell the few fellow Taoists who walk the path of spiritual consciousness to prepare to seal heaven and earth and start the beginning of martial arts." As soon as these words were said, the Nether God's expression changed slightly. The Emperor was almost certain to die. He might not even succeed. However, the Nether God was silent for a moment before nodding and saying in a deep voice, "All right, seal. We will seal the outside while you seal the inside. If we do both at the same time, our chances will be greater." Feng Yiran smiled faintly. "All right, I also want to try what it feels like to be an emperor." The Chu Wu lineage all hid in the dark. At this moment, a few powerhouses of mentality had made up their minds to die. Seal heaven and earth. Seal this source of heaven and earth. As long as they did not envelop others, with so many people, it was not impossible to seal the origin of the Emperor. As for whether it would weaken their strength after being sealed, it was unknown. This was because the amplification of the Emperor's origin seemed to have disappeared. However, even if it disappeared and sealed the origin, it would definitely be of help. The plan began to be implemented. A group of top-notch powerhouses, the current dominators of the 3 realms, had reached an agreement. The efficiency was extremely fast. Fong Ping and the others were in the innermost layer. The periphery was filled with beginner mentality powerhouses. The outermost layer was filled with some saint-level powerhouses. Gather the power of the 3 realms and kill the Emperor. The heavenly cemetery. Heaven and earth were quiet. There were no more Tao collapsing. Tianchun and the others breathed a sigh of relief. It was a good thing that no one from the lineage of origin had died. Tengu bared its teeth and said, "Fong Ping and the others are ruthless enough. 2 heavenly kings died as soon as the patrol came out. Interesting. That person from before must have been furious." However, these fellows had a sense of propriety and did not continue to touch those people. Otherwise, I'm afraid someone would really descend today. Tianchen shook his head and sighed. "It's a little ridiculous. This time, the Emperor has been completely offended. You cat, what are you afraid of?" The Heavenly Hound scoffed, "Those old things are nothing good. I've wanted to meet them for a long time." It's not like you don't know the combat strength of the Emperor, Tianchun smiled bitterly. We can only see if there's a chance to seize a chance in the upcoming great change and become an emperor. This way, there's still a chance. Big dog, it's not that you're afraid of anything. There's no way to be afraid. Tengu was also a little disappointed. Although Tianchen's words were depressing, it was the truth. It could not defeat the emperor. Years ago, Celestial Emperor Batian had smashed its head with a punch. It was still unforgettable. Otherwise, it would not have fled the 3 realms. That fellow had roared to kill it. As they chatted, Sherpa said regretfully, "It's not the Spirit Emperor. I don't know which old thing is still alive." The Spirit Emperor did not appear. "Do you think she'll be okay?" Tengu said disdainfully, "I only know the Spirit Emperor. What's so good about that woman? She's cold. I'm just a dog. I saw her bathing and she actually broke my leg." Tengu was indignant. What was the difference between a dog and a cat? The Spirit Emperor even took a cat to bathe. It went to take a look and her dog leg was actually broken. It hated that woman. Sherpa could not be bothered with it. "That's why you're a dog and I'm a human." The Spirit Emperor was so good. That figure, that voice, that temperament, that martial strength, Sherpa was almost lost. What a pity. Didn't the other emperors also have Tao partners? Why was the Spirit Emperor not happy? Was there a man more outstanding than him in the 3 realms? Could it be that the Spirit Emperor had taken a liking to Battle Destroyer and the others? Sherpa snorted and said in a low voice, "When the 4 emperors come out, I want to fight them." 1 man and 1 dog looked at him strangely. "What did the 4 emperors do to you?" The 4 emperors did not seem to be targeting the powerhouses of the 3 realms. Of course, the Spirit Emperor might have fought with the 4 emperors. Could it be because of this that Sherpa was here? Just as they were talking about it, above the bitter sea, Fang Ping looked at the inspectors whose chees were surging. At this moment, these people had already felt the threat of death. One by one, their cheese surged and gathered together. Some were begging, some were angry, some were ready to fight to the death. 4 broke 7, 4 broke 6. 6 top-notch saints. Moon Spirit, Celestial Pole, the chiefs of the North Emperor and the West Emperor were all whining in a low voice, looking at the 2 people in the crowd. Moon Spirit was cold. Celestial Pole looked up at the sky. He did not want to say anything. He already thought that he was stupid. Now that he came, and this guy was still looking at him, what could he do? He did not break 8. He only broke 6. How could he have the right to speak? Emperor Nan, the Emperor, and the Emperor God also had heavenly kings. At this moment, there were also people looking at dragon transformation and the outermost water force. Ji Yun's expression was ugly. He forced himself to say, "Everyone, now that things have come to this, Ji Yun also knows that it is difficult to shake your determination. We are willing to summon the Emperors back, and even join forces with you." "That's right," King Qin also said in a low voice. "King Kuan, King Qian, back then we were the same as the 8 kings." These people knew that it was difficult to shake everyone's determination. At this moment, in order to survive, there was no hesitation. They sold the emperors. At this moment, Fang Ping said faintly, "The South, West, North, and God bloodlines can live. The others kill." Emperor Nan had Water Force, Emperor West had Celestial Pole, Emperor North had Moon Spirit, and the Emperor God had Dragon Transformation, in order to prevent accidents, to prevent these people from feeling uncomfortable. Fang Ping could not kill them. But he added, "Kill Ji Yun and the others, quickly. Otherwise, don't blame us for being merciless." Rumble. Before Fang Ping finished speaking, both sides broke out in an instant. Ji Yun knew that there was no way out. The 4 heavenly kings could live, but the 4 heavenly kings must die. Without thinking, he knew what those 4 were thinking. Attack. Fang Ping growled, "Break 8, attack, kill them quickly." The The broken eights of subduing heavenly kings were armed to the extreme at this moment. They were also unwilling to waste time, attacking one after another. There were more than 4 broken eights. 4 broken eights patrollers, 3 turned on them, and the last one was also one of the 36 saints, Heavenly Might Saint. He was now the Heavenly Might Heavenly King, and also one of the 36 saints here. Feng smiled a little playfully at this moment. Interesting, this is the first time joining forces with the strongest broken eights. I suddenly feel that the Heavenly Kings are nothing more than this. Usually, in a one-on-one fight, killing broken eights and broken eights might not be successful. But today, Heavenly Might was smashed by King Kuan's seal, slashed by the North Emperor Bloodline's chief's saber, completely unable to defend against him. He sealed a broken eight's Heavenly King's origin in an instant. Yes, an instant seal. This broken eight's Heavenly King's chi activity declined in the blink of an eye. After a moment, despair appeared on his face. Without the amplification of the origin, he only had Emperor-level strength. Heavenly Kings did not have the amplification of the origin. A broken eight's Heavenly King was at most comparable to Emperor level. Facing the attack of King Kuan, a broken eight's powerhouse, how could there be any accidents? Rumble. The golden body was blown up in an instant. Everything else was also annihilated in an instant. Fang Ping saw a saint's token floating out and was about to snatch it when King Kuan stretched out his hand and waved it into his hand. He said lightly, "It belongs to whoever killed it." Fang Ping curled his lips. He was too lazy to say more. At this moment, he was still refining King Li's seal. He shouted, "Old Zhang, Godfather, kill King Kan and King Diu. I want the Heavenly King's seal." Godfather, everyone was stunned. Who was he calling? The corner of Heavenly King Zhen's mouth twitched. He suddenly shouted at this time. He had a bad feeling. Fang Ping, this bastard. Was he going to trick him when he killed the Emperor later? Rumble. The great Tao collapsed. No one cared. Too many Heavenly Kings had died today. Who would care if another broken eights died? There might be another Imperial Tao collapsing later. Who would care about this? Rumble. The firmament fluctuated again. At this moment, in the depths of the Source universe, someone seemed to be completely enraged. A sigh resounded through the Source universe. It sounded like the voice of Do. Do Yi did not expect these people to be crazy to this extent. Twice, when the other party wanted to attack, he stopped them. This was the third time. Those people from the 3 realms actually dared to kill the patrol. This was the 3rd consecutive provocation of the Emperor. He could not stop them anymore. Over here, Heavenly Might's great Tao had just collapsed. In the blink of an eye, an even louder roar sounded. In the Source universe, an even bigger star exploded. King Kan. He wanted to shout out these people's plan at the last moment, but a few broken eights who were prepared for it directly obliterated everything. As for Fang Ping, he was still smiling faintly at this moment. They were killed by the Emperor and us. Why do you need to send voice transmissions now? Why don't we fight it out? Whoever dies, it's considered revenge. Why bother? If it were me, I definitely wouldn't say a word. Whoever dies is an enemy, isn't it? As soon as these words came out, they were really words that pierced the heart. Rumble. Another star exploded. This time it was King Diui. This person really did not say a word, even if he might not have the chance to say a word. But he was not prepared to say it. Fang Ping's words struck a chord in the hearts of these people. Hate. Unwillingness. However, no matter how much hate and unwillingness they felt, they still died. Since they were dead, then let them fight it out. They would not be lonely on the road to hell. Whoever died was their enemy. It was considered revenge. How delightful! With just this sentence, even if the Heavenly Kings fought to the last moment, they did not say anything else. It was quiet, only the huge movement of the Source shattering. Many people looked at Fang Ping, and could not help but sigh. This guy really could not let him speak. All of you deserve to die. At this moment, in the Source universe, an angry roar resounded throughout the three realms. Dead. In a short period of time, 5 heavenly kings of the patrol had died in battle. This was not 1 or 2, but 5 heavenly kings. At this moment, only Ji-Yun, who had broken 7, was still holding on. However, facing the siege of dozens of heavenly kings, he would die without a doubt. There was no chance of survival. Ji-Yun laughed bitterly and murmured, "This heaven and earth, this 3 realms, this emperor, this person, they are all so king funny. Ah! Indescribable mockery and ridicule. Who was scheming against who? Who was the chess piece, who was the chess player? The emperor probably did not expect this. Suddenly, he wanted to laugh. Human King Fong Ping, maybe. I was wrong. A murmur was heard along with the explosion of a star. His voice resounded in all directions. At the last moment, Ji-Yun said Fong Ping's name. No one knew if it was for revenge or because he was truly lamenting. He had broken 7 and fallen again. The 3 realms were shaking violently. This battle had already surpassed everyone's expectations. 2 people had broken past 8, 4 had broken past 7, and 4 had broken past 6. In this battle, 10 heavenly king powerhouses had died. This was not the first time heaven and earth were shaking. Right now, the 3 realms were shaking violently. Too many had died. The battle to destroy the celestial realm was probably the most violent one. Fong Ping. At this moment, a shout was heard in everyone's Source universe. The next moment, the sky was torn apart. This time, the Emperor really came. No one stopped him. Emperor of Heaven Reverse did not stop him either. This was too much. 6 heavenly kings of the patrol were killed. 3 of them had broken 7. Such a loss was unbelievable. Heaven and earth were torn apart. A golden figure seemed to have pierced through the universe. He walked out from an unknown space. Imperial energy burst out and heaven and earth surrendered. The blood rain moved away automatically. In the 3 realms, for the first time in 8,000 years, an emperor showed up. The avatar of the earthly king 6,000 years ago was not the real emperor. Today he was. Chapter 1255. It was dawn. The dark clouds dispersed, the blood rain dispersed, and the thunder was extinguished. An unknown space appeared in the sky. It was unknown whether it was the Source universe or not. A golden figure descended upon the 3 realms, and all living beings prostrated themselves before it. An imperial aura spread out, and a golden path appeared, extending down from the sky. Acting all high and mighty. Someone muttered. That's right, when the emperor descended, someone spoke up. Fong Ping. In this 3 realms, only Fong Ping and a few others had the guts to do so. It was obvious that they were enemies, but he wasn't afraid. Even if he was truly afraid, at this point, he had to pretend that he wasn't. It was too powerful. This battle array alone could scare some people away. Fong Ping had to interrupt the other party's accumulation. That was right, the monarch was actually accumulating strength too. All the extravagance and phenomena were usually for the sake of accumulating power and defeating the opponent psychologically. The sovereigns were undisturbed. At this moment, countless people in the 3 realms were prostrating themselves in the catacombs. They didn't know who had descended, but they just wanted to kneel. In the human world, there were also countless ordinary people who couldn't hold on. This wasn't because they didn't have enough courage, but because they couldn't suppress the urge to kneel. In the human world, there were also people kneeling. Among the million soldiers who had retreated to the entrance of the passageway, there were some who couldn't hold on any longer and wanted to kneel. A group of experts shouted in a low voice, forcefully pulling those people up. No kneeling. If they participated in the war, then they were soldiers. Military martial artists. the guardian of the human world. What was the point of fighting for 100 years? It was all for the sake of not kneeling. He would rather die standing than live kneeling. Ordinary people could kneel, but they couldn't. Martial artists who didn't participate in the battle could kneel, but they might not know what was happening, and they couldn't understand what was happening. But these military martial artists knew that the enemy had come. That angry roar, that Fong Ping, was filled with murderous intent. Stand up! Don't kneel! Stand up! One by one, the experts roared, their faces flushed red. No kneeling. So what if he was the emperor? The human race had never received any benefits, only suffering, only disasters. This was not their emperor. Even if he was unrivaled, he was still an enemy. The powerhouses screamed with all their might, their blood and chi surging to resist the urge to kneel. The million-strong army supported each other and finally stood firm. Stand up straight. I would rather die standing. The culprit behind the upheaval of the three realms for 8,000 years had appeared today. The golden figure slowly walked out of the nameless universe. As soon as he stepped onto the golden path, his might shook the three realms. Looking from afar, one couldn't see much, only a dazzling golden light. It was so piercing that some experts' eyes turned red, and they couldn't help but shed tears. He couldn't look at it directly. Emperors were invincible. Since the creation of martial arts, only the 9 emperors had been born in 30 to 40,000 years. Emperors were not the ultimate path. No one knew if the person who created the origin was a martial emperor. There were only 9 recorded sovereigns in the three realms. At this moment, the monarch who had just arrived was no longer as angry as before. His voice was gentle, androgynous. Like a robot, he said, "Fong Ping, do you know your crime?" Fong Ping stood proudly in the void, the Saint Order and the Heavenly King's seal circling around him. Holding the god-slaying saber in his hand, he chuckled softly. "Repent? What crime was that? Who are you? What right do you have to convict me? You slaughtered all living beings in the three realms, killed the three realms' patrollers, colluded with fledgling martial artists. These are all crimes." The golden figure spoke slowly. Fong Ping sneered, "What a great sin! If someone wants to kill me, I will kill them." All living beings in the three realms were fighting for their lives. "If you want to talk about sins," Fong Ping roared, yelling sternly, "all sins are because of you. The 9 emperors and the 4 emperors are all sinners. Unforgivable. Plotting against the common people, causing turmoil in the three realms. For 8,000 years there have been countless deaths and injuries. You are the sinners. If the heavens don't convict, I will." Fong Ping's stern voice resounded in all directions. "You emperors, what is an emperor? Unparalleled combat strength makes you an emperor? Ridiculous. Emperor, the emperor of humans, the emperor of all beings. Only those who create blessings can become emperors. What right do you have to be called emperors? Today, I, Fong Ping, will uphold justice for the human race and deprive you of the title of emperor. Screw your grandpa's emperor. The human race does not recognize the emperor." Rumble. Heaven and earth shook. In all directions, the human powerhouses roared one after another. The human race does not recognize the emperor. The heavens fell and the earth cracked. The three realms shook and thunder rose again. Some powerhouses were shocked too. Fong Ping was really lawless. There was nothing he did not dare to do. He actually deprived the title of emperor on behalf of the human race. It was unimaginable. At this moment, even the emperor who had just arrived was slightly stunned. The three realms. Someone wanted to deprive the title of emperor. For 30,000 years, it had never happened before. Today, the prestige of the emperor had been disregarded, challenged, and questioned. Fong Ping, the emperor who had just arrived, did not sound angry. He said calmly again, "The title of emperor is not something you can deprive. No respect, no law, no mother, no rules. The three realms cannot tolerate a devil like you. Devil? Fong Ping laughed loudly. His laughter shook the heavens. He roared, "Then I am a devil. In the three realms, the rules are not up to you. You call me a devil, then I will be a devil or a god. Justice is in the hearts of the people. Who do you think you are? Do you think you are an emperor just because you call yourself an emperor?" The golden figure ignored him. He said lightly, suppressing palm seal, "Capture Fong Ping and punish him. Listen to me." The emperor of the Celestial Court was in charge of the Celestial Court's officials. Two of the three envoys were still alive. They were still here. Fong Ping sneered. "Come and punish me yourself. Let me see some of the emperor's strength. Who knows if you are trapped and killed? You made a fake avatar to scare people. 6,000 years ago, the earthly emperor did show up. It turned out to be a fake. Whoever listens to your orders is a brainless piece of trash, who doesn't even dare to reveal his identity." Shocking. Fong Ping called the emperor a piece of trash, right in front of the emperor. At this moment, a chuckle spread. The golden figure walked down the golden path. With every step he took, the three realms trembled. The golden light gradually faded, revealing his true appearance slowly. The emperor could not be looked at directly. It was not that he could not, but he was unwilling. Since Fong Ping said that he did not dare to show up, if he really did not show up, people would look down on him. Until now, Fong Ping finally saw the person on the path clearly. He looked to be in his 30s. His eyes were deep. He wore an emperor's crown, a golden robe, and golden boots on his feet. He had a dignified appearance. He did not have any signs of a villain. At first glance, he felt powerful without being angry. The emperor. At this moment, many people finally recognized this emperor. It was really the emperor. The emperor looked around and saw a lot of people. Soon, he suddenly laughed. Beginners. He saw a lot of things. He saw a large number of heavenly kings. He saw the beginners' powerhouses on the periphery. At this moment, the emperor put his hands behind his back. With a faint smile on his face, he looked at Fong Ping again. "Fong Ping, beginners. Did you call them over?" So many patrols had died. Presumably, there were beginners' powerhouses who had taken action. Otherwise, Fong Ping alone would not have the ability to kill so many Heavenly King powerhouses. If that was the case, there was an explanation for the Heavenly Kings who died one after another previously. Then, Hong Kong and the others. What role did they play in this? Did they stand by and watch? Or did they also intervene and kill some people? The emperor seemed to have seen through some things in an instant. However, at this moment, he still could not imagine these people's ambitions and their boldness. Fong Ping looked straight at him and said with a smile, "Yes, I found them. Beginner's origin, what does it have to do with the human race? What does your fight for the Tao have to do with me? The human race did not receive your favor, did not receive the favor of the origin. Why do you care what Tao I cultivate? Did you create the origin?" Fong Ping was also very calm at this moment. He said with a smile, "If the origin was created by you, and you said that we can't take the origin, then we won't. The point is, it's not. If that's the case, even if I cultivate the origin, it has nothing to do with you, right? You people came up with some immortal origin plan, came up with a breeding plan, secretly raising white mice? You people raise us like mice, and we have to do what you want? What a joke." Fong Ping laughed, his tone cold. "Do you know how many people have died in the three realms in these 8,000 years? Or could it be that it's just like how we don't even bother to count the number of ants we kill when we step on them? If that's the case, we're not a race anymore. You have even less right to order me around, order the human race around." The emperor said calmly, "Everything is for a better future. For the three realms, for the common people, you're too ignorant. I'm ignorant? Fang Ping laughed and said, You people always think that you're right. The problem is, have you asked for our opinion? Why do you think we have to suffer for the sake of the future? It's easy to talk. Why don't I kill your whole family and tell you that it's for the sake of the future? Would you agree? Fang Ping said mockingly, I've only killed a few of your dogs and you're already furious. What right do you have to say this to me? The emperor laughed, but he was unwilling to continue. You're possessed. Before the emperor could finish his sentence, Fang Ping said scornfully again, It's all like this. When there's no reason, you say that you're possessed, defining the opponent as a lunatic, a devil, a psychopath. You stand on the moral high ground. I've stopped playing this trick of yours a long time ago. I thought that the emperor could still talk some sense, but it turns out that this is all you're capable of, making me look down on you for no reason. Fang Ping laughed coldly. The emperor laughed too, saying slowly, What you said is not wrong. Then I won't talk reason, I'll use force to suppress people, the law of the jungle, how about that? Fang Ping laughed and said, That's more like it. At least I didn't embarrass you as a powerhouse. See suppressing, palm seal, the emperor looked at the few heavenly court officials again, his tone calm, destroy the devil. The sea-suppressing envoy frowned slightly, looking at the emperor. After a while he said, Are you really the emperor? The emperor smiled faintly and said, Whether I am or not, there's no need to doubt. The sea-suppressing envoy calculated for a while, nodded and said, It's your majesty. Your majesty's true body has arrived, so the chaos of the three realms is about to be quelled? The emperor's eyes were deep, but there was a hint of strangeness in them. The true body had arrived, but the sea-suppressing envoy was actually asking him instead of following orders. The emperor did not say anything, he said lightly, The chaos of the three realms is not the chaos of the world, there will only be great rule in great chaos. In the past 8,000 years, the fellow cultivators who died, the common people who died, are all for the great rule in the future? The emperor looked at the sea-suppressing envoy again, no longer saying anything, his eyes becoming deeper. Was he questioning? At this moment, Heavenly Arm, the god of the underworld, and another Chu Wu Break 8 suddenly walked out from the darkness. Including Heavenly Arm, there were only 3 Break 8 cultivators left. Heavenly King Suppressing Envoy, Feng, God Creation Envoy, King Kuan, Hong Yu, and the Sea Suppressing Envoy, the 6 Origins also appeared nearby. 9 experts who had broken through 8. The Emperor's eyes became deeper. At this moment, King Kuan said softly, Uncle, my father once said that he would probably not return. Now, is my father dead or alive? The Emperor smiled faintly and said, To us, as long as the Tao is not destroyed, there is no such thing as death. As long as the Tao was not destroyed, they would not die. He did not answer directly. King Kuan seemed to know. His face revealing a hint of sorrow, he said softly, Is my father forever dead? Whether he was dead or alive, it might not be too clear to the Emperor. But was there any difference between eternal nirvana and death? Who killed my father? The Emperor did not reply. King Kuan did not ask any more. At this moment, Feng also spoke. She bowed slightly and smiled. Your Majesty, when the heaven-human realm wall shatters, will the Tao appear? Will we be able to prove our Tao and become emperors? Everything is determined by the heavens. Determined by the heavens? Feng sighed, but the heavens, don't you have the final say? At this moment, this group of powerhouses had different expressions. Determined by the heavens? How was the heavens determined? Who was it determined? The Emperor's answer would obviously not satisfy anyone. The Emperor did not continue to talk about this, he said again, since no one is following the order. Then let me personally kill the demon. No matter what he thought in his heart, at this moment, he had spoken twice, and the Sea Guardian and the others did not listen to him. He did not want to say it a third time. As for the Sea Guardian and the others, It was not incomprehensible that they did not obey his orders for 8,000 years. However, the emperor did not care. Today, he could not completely return to the three realms. When the emperor completely returned, presumably today's scene would not happen again. At this moment, Fang Ping suddenly felt an incomparably huge threat. In his source world, there seemed to be a huge hand that covered the sky, descending from the outside world, wanting to destroy Fang Ping's source world with one palm. Fang Ping's expression changed slightly. The emperor had not moved. He did not break into the source, but the emperor had actually attacked directly from the source universe. Cough, cough, cough. A light cough resounded in all directions. The heavenly king walked out. At this moment, the heavenly king's figure seemed a little illusory. He smiled and said, "Brother, it's just the younger generation messing around. If there's anything wrong, I apologize on his behalf." The heavenly king walked in front of Fang Ping. At this moment, the giant hand in the source world was a little turbulent and began to collapse. The heavenly king said again, "The younger generation is ignorant and offended you. You are the emperor and have an extraordinary bearing. When I return, I will discipline him strictly." The heavenly king was very polite. He cupped his hands and said, "Brother, please be magnanimous." The emperor looked at the heavenly king and said calmly, "Brother Zhen, it's not messing around, but the rules can't be abolished. Fang Ping killed the three realms patroller and broke the rules." "Brother, this," the heavenly king looked embarrassed. He looked back at Fang Ping and sighed, "Children just like to mess around. Now that he has broken the rules of the brother, he should be punished." At this point, the heavenly king cupped his hands again and said, "Brother, how about this? I will bring Fang Ping back to the human world and suppress him for 100 years. Rules can't be abolished." Human emperor repeated his words again. The heavenly king looked helpless and sighed, "It seems like brother must kill him." Sigh. The heavenly king sighed. In the next moment, he straightened his back and looked at the emperor, saying helplessly, "I was thinking, brother, give me some face. It's good for everyone and me, and we can continue to live our own lives. It's not bad, but now, brother." The heavenly king paused. In the next moment, he shocked the world and scolded, "Dog, you're not giving me face? Go, kill this dog." Before he finished speaking, a long spear shot out. The heaven-confining bell rumbled and directly covered the emperor. Not only that, but at this moment the other 8 broken 8 also attacked. The leader of Chu Wu, the underworld god, laughed and his voice spread through the three realms. "Li Zhen, you madman, your personality is still the same." "Madman?" Yes, he, the heavenly king, was also a madman in the past. The old antiques of the three realms knew this. However, at this moment, the heavenly king directly scolded an emperor in front of the three realms. It still shocked the world. The emperor did not panic and said in a bleak tone, "I thought you guys wouldn't do this. I didn't expect." A sigh sounded faintly. At this moment, the source universe shook. The powerhouses present all felt their source worlds shaking. Some of the sages who were far away were on the verge of collapse. Some of the broken 6 heavenly kings who were closer also had their source overflowing, their faces full of pain. Seal. Suppress. Freeze. Several powerhouses who were broken 8 shouted one after another. The heavenly king sealed the emperor's source directly. The few broken 8 of the Chu Wu lineage rushed forward and forcefully suppressed it. Behind them, Fang Ping shouted sternly, "Get the guy, kill the emperor!" Rumble. At this moment, the sky bell rang in all directions. The source trembled, the world trembled, and Fang Ping's voice rang through the world. The heavenly tomb. At this moment, the powerhouses were completely stunned. The moment Fang Ping's voice spread, the heavenly hound swallowed frantically. The three realms had gone crazy. Fang Ping had also gone crazy. But this kind of madness, why was his blood boiling? "I'm coming." The heavenly hound's vitality was burning at this moment. With a strike, it broke through the void and rushed out instantly, roaring, "Kill this old thing! Kill the Emperor!" It hated that it was not at the scene. It was such a pity. On the other side, Sherpa followed closely behind, roaring angrily, "Anyone who is not a spirit emperor can be killed." As long as it was not a spirit emperor, he did not care who appeared. He would also participate in the matter of killing the emperor. Crazy! At this moment, outside the passage that the heavenly hound broke through, a few weapons flew up. Someone laughed loudly and said, "We can't break the seal yet. We can only lend you a hand. Underworld God, kill him!" One by one, the weapons flew toward the battlefield from the passage. They could not break the seal, at least not now. But they were not completely powerless. At this moment, each of them controlled their weapons and quickly flew toward the battlefield to help. The last powerhouse, Tianchen, was also trembling. Kill the Emperor! Crazy! But now that the Heavenly Hound and Sherpa had left, Tianchen's expression changed slightly. He quickly rushed into the passage. The powerhouses of the three realms had actually joined forces to kill the Emperor. This was something that no one had expected. Beyond the ninth heaven, a few mentalities swept over quickly. The immortal source trembled, even rioting. Countless amounts of blood spurted out. The three realms is in chaos. Kill the Emperor! Unbelievable! The Emperor has ruined the plan. Damn it, the three realms will be destroyed, or the Emperor will be destroyed. A few mentalities trembled continuously, quickly suppressing the huge immortal source that was rioting. All of them were indescribably frustrated. Yes, frustrated. No one had expected this to happen. The three realms had actually joined forces to kill the Emperor. If the Emperor won, all the powerhouses of the three realms would die. The three realms would be almost destroyed. If the Emperor lost, an Emperor would fall. That would be earth-shattering. Who would have expected that, on the eve of the final plan, such a huge change would occur? At this moment, the immortal source was rioting, blood was flowing. This was the world beyond the ninth heaven. At this moment, in the boundless darkness of the ninth heaven, a few places exploded with light. Someone shouted clearly, "This cannot continue. If this continues, the three realms will be destroyed, the immortal source will collapse. 10,000 years of planning will all be for naught." Someone was anxious. This big game of chess was really going to be overturned by someone. In these 10,000 years, they had paid too much to get to where they were today. Now, at the last moment, such a huge problem had occurred. The emperors were frustrated, angry, and hateful. Fang Ping, at this moment, the sound of the sky bell could even be heard beyond the ninth heaven. Kill the emperor! An extremely crazy roar resounded throughout the three realms. There was a guy in the three realms who was leading the plan to kill the emperor. Today, Fang Ping had become famous. Even the emperors knew of this person. Fang Ping. Demon. Rumble. The emperor threw a punch, sending the sky spear flying. The underworld god who was close to him was hit until his bones were broken. He spat out blood and flew backward. However, at this moment, the underworld god's jade body erupted. He was not shocked. Instead, he was happy. He roared, "He can't kill me in one hit. Everyone, there is a chance." He did not need to say it. When the emperor's punch only injured him but did not kill him, at this moment, all the Break 8 powerhouses were excited. The emperor did not kill the Break 8 powerhouse in one hit. This was an opportunity. Too strong. Terrifyingly strong. One hit could seriously injure a Break 8 powerhouse. The emperor's combat strength was beyond imagination. However, he did not kill him in one hit. Just this point, everyone suddenly felt that it was acceptable. There was hope of success, not darkness. At this moment, the God Creation Envoy's entire body was like jade. The same was true for the heavenly arm. His arms were the strongest. The other parts of his body were also jade bones. Perhaps they were not as strong as his arms, but they were also jade bones. Other than them, the Sea Guardian's jade bones appeared. The Heavenly King's jade bones appeared. At this moment, many jade bone powerhouses unleashed their jade bones. The Heavenly King roared, jade bones in front, surround him. Divine weapon suppression. 9 Emperor seal suppression. Everyone roared one after another. One by one, divine weapons fell from the sky, forcefully suppressing down. A few jade bone powerhouses moved quickly. The Emperor's face was as dark as water. One hit after another. Any powerhouse who was hit by him, even their jade bones would shatter. Strong. A powerhouse with a break 8 powerhouse was seriously injured by him in one hit. This was the Emperor. At this moment, Fong Ping, who was at the periphery, suddenly roared, "Cat, go to the sky and close that passage for me." The passage where the Emperor came from. Fong Ping felt that it seemed to be the Source Universe's passage. The Emperor came from the Source Universe, and until now, it seemed like he was still borrowing the power of the Source Universe. Meow. The cat screeched, broke through the air, and dashed quickly toward the illusory passage. Cat, you betrayed the Source too? At this moment, the Emperor sighed faintly. Cat. This was the favored child of heaven and earth that the Source lineage regarded as the foundation, and it actually betrayed it too. Betray your ancestors. Fong Ping scolded. Can you represent the Source? Only the people of the 3 realms can. You are nothing, you can only represent yourself. I'll kill you today. Even if all of us die, it's worth it. As soon as he finished speaking, Fong Ping looked at the few jade bone powerhouses who were beaten until they were bleeding. Suddenly, he roared, the Source lineage, the powerhouses with break 6 and 7 physiques, those with low mentality, come to me. As soon as he said that, although he did not understand, at this moment, the underworld gods still roared, go to the Emperor. Beginners cultivated their physiques, so their mentality would not be too strong. However, their physiques were extremely strong, so they could break 6 and 7. At this moment, 5 or 6 powerhouses of the path of physique charged toward Fong Ping one after another. As for Fong Ping, with a roar, his body suddenly enlarged. In the next moment, the few powerhouses who rushed over, unknowingly, had the same aura as Fong Ping. Merge into my body. I'll kill him. Fong Ping roared. The few beginners were stunned for a moment. Then, in the next moment, like battle armor, the powerhouses attached themselves to Fong Ping. In the blink of an eye, Fong Ping's vitality broke through the sky and the earth. Fong Ping's physique was exploding continuously. Too powerful. Really too powerful. At this moment, many powerhouses who had broken 6 and 7 could use their vitality. Although it was not superimposed, their vitality had definitely exceeded 15 million calories and above. It was even approaching 20 million calories. As for Fong Ping, he laughed maniacally. Vitality can use. I am an origin martial artist. Yes, his Emperor's path was shaking violently at this moment, as if it could not withstand such a powerful vitality. However, Fong Ping did not care about this. He was burning his Tao. Completely burning. He had an origin enhancement. Even if his Tao was collapsing, the enhancement was still there. Moreover, these beginners did not have an origin. Without an origin Tao, they would not have an origin conflict with Fong Ping. There was not a moment when Fong Ping felt that he was so powerful. As long as the enhancement was doubled, his vitality that was close to 20 million calories could explode with 40 million calories damage. Even if his physique would collapse after one blow, the others would too, but this blow might be able to break 9. Fong Ping threw caution to the wind. He roared, weaken this bastard, trap him. Seal his origin and create an opportunity for me. Everyone, Heavenly King, kill him through the air. At this moment, Emperor suddenly looked at Fong Ping, his eyes cold. You are that person? Fong Ping ignored him. Emperor seemed to know something. He shouted coldly, "Variable! You deserve to die. Mind your own business." Fong Ping could not be bothered with him now. He quickly consolidated his vitality and stabilized his foundation. His body kept expanding. The few jade bones who had broken 8 were extremely crazy now, fighting fiercely. There was a chance. Bang! Heavenly arm was sent flying by Emperor in a rage. There was a gap in the encirclement. At this moment, the god creation envoy cursed and suddenly tore the sky apart. An illusory Tao appeared. At the end of the Tao, an incomparably huge star appeared. Tao appear. The god creation envoy roared. Fong Ping, enter the Tao and shatter his origin star. Emperor's eyes were like knives. What a god creation envoy! He was a little shocked. The god creation envoy had forged a fake origin path that led directly to his origin star. It was unbelievable. The god creation envoy laughed maniacally. "Little guy, you're still a little inexperienced. Fong Ping, go and shatter his origin star. I want to see the Emperor fall." Fong Ping did not say a word. He broke through the air and headed straight for the Void Tao. God Creation Envoy, awesome! Previously, Heavenly King Zhen had guessed that after so many years, he had made some progress. Who would have thought that he had actually forged a fake path that led directly to the Emperor's origin star? What was he going to do? You're tuning in to the Phoenix Knights YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.